So that's the call to post for tonight's first race. 1 mile per $7,354. One is Bit of Love, Ammon Hirschberger. 2, Heart of the Beach, Emmanuel Miller drives. 3, ATI, Barley Sober, Make the Driver, Daniel Jones. 4 is out. 5, No One Said, driver change, Eric Miller. 6, CPF Pretty and Case Bateson. 7, CPF Clean But Mean with Aaron Lehman driving. And the 8, we let the liquor talk, driver change, Charlie Myrick in the sulky.
Very pleasant good evening and welcome to Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association coverage of County Fair Racing. Tonight we're bringing you night 1 of the 2-night Richland County Fair here in beautiful Mansfield, Ohio. Jay Wolf, the legendary Don Tiger, and the even more legendary Stephen Taylor bringing you all of the action for the Home Talent Colts. Today it's all 2-year-olds except for our open in the last race. Don, welcome.
Great to be here with you, Jay. For those of you that don't know, Jay is our historian that has just about every
Sometimes
statistical.
I'll feel like history, that's for sure.
I always know they reach out when they want to get a clarification on a statistic from Jay. Jay also big involved with the Little Brown Jug Society and everything with Delaware. It's a pleasure to work with you, Jay, as always.
We worked last year here at Mansfield, so
we did.
Look forward to. We
yeah,
didn't
we
get fired.
We didn't get fired. Yeah.
But I got transferred, so I'll be at Urbana tomorrow. So I think you're flying solo tomorrow. But you know what? Anybody can do it. It's definitely you. This is the first race, the first division of the 2-year-old filly pace. This purse $7,354. Number 1 is Bit of Love. Eamon Hirschberger drives for Barbara Eady of Mount Vernon, Ohio. Has one start at the fair at Mount Vernon, the hometown fair. Finished third time, 2:03.3.
2-horse, Heart of the Beach. Herman Hagerman conditions for Stormhaven LLC. Manny Miller has the lines today. This one's 0 for 7 on the season, but does have 3 second-place finishes. Last time out was a very good second at Lisbon. I was there that day. Nice inside draw, and this one's a nice price on a tote board, 14-1.
Number 3 is ATI Barley Sober. Danny Jones will pick up the drive for trainer-owner Dave Warnstaff of Ashley, Ohio. This is a Charlie Barley filly. Has 3 third-place finishes in 6 starts, including 2 back and 3 back at Marysville and Bucyrus.
4-horse, She's a Keeper, has been withdrawn. The 5, No One Said. We've got a driver change on that, too.
Eric Miller.
Eric Miller will be driving the 5, No One Said. Isaiah Strake conditions it and co-owns this horse with Sherry Cox and Betty Amon. 0 for 4 in the season. Did finish 4th last time out. That was from the 2nd tier at Lisbon, which is always a tough go of it. This one's still young and growing and currently 7-1.
Number 6 is the first of the 2 Crazy Parrot Farms uncoupled entries. This is CPF Pretty. Case Bateson will pick up the drive for Robert Byrus. The second, this is a well-said filly, has 3 wins in 7 starts, including 2 in a row at Mount Vernon and Lisbon.
7-horse, CPF Clean But Mean. Aaron Lehman reigns this one for Jerry Miller and the Crazy Parrot Farms, the owner. This one's been very successful. 5 for 5 on the board. 1 win, 1 second, 3 thirds. Took a mark 2 minutes, 4/5 at Bucyrus. Does like to go forward. Are we score 8 across there?
We score 8 here.
All right, so this one probably will look to be going forward from the outside. Nice price at 6-1.
Number rounding out the field of 8 is the 8. We let the liquor talk. Charlie Myrick will now drive for co-owner and trainer Amy Nicholson. This also co-owned by Matthew Goulet of Worcester. Has 1 second, 1 third in 4 seasonal starts. So that second place finish was last time out at Lisbon, timed in 2:15.4. While that time might not seem very good, I was watching Lisbon coverage and I was unaware how much of a paperclip that track is.
Of all the places I follow or work at, that's the oddest circumference because the turns are so tight there, and we lose so many horses in their action over there. So yeah, the miles don't go too snappy. I think 2-2 was our fastest mile of the 2-day meet, and we had some pretty nice horses over there too. So
scratch down to a field of 7 here in the first division of the 2-year-old filly pace.
We do have pari-mutuel wagering here, so if you're close and you're in Worcester, this is a local fair, you just tuned in, you want to come on down, always get a nice crowd. We've got about, I'd say 20, 25 railbirds right now. Good 40, 50 people in the grandstand, and Ayers Ratliff on our presiding judge Dave Stats up there, getting ready to bring you race number 1 from the 2-day meet here at Richwood for Mansfield.
Couple of housekeeping. We do use post-position saddle pads, so we will do red, blue, white. And then we also score 8 across, and we highly suggest you follow along with the past performance programs. They are available at harnessracingohio.com. You will now be redirected to the new OHHA website. Check that out. Stephen had a lot to do with that, so it is a labor of love for Stephen, and it looks very sharp there, Stephen. Kudos.
Yeah, very nice. I've enjoyed the new site. Obviously, there's some bugs we're just working out, but for the most part, very crisp and clean. A lot of cool stuff.
I looked up some standings for the Buckeye Stallion Series, which one, Mr. Don Tiger, you have one in tomorrow at Urbana, so I'm sure you will be paying close attention while you're working here. What race are you in tomorrow?
Race 3, and we drew the rail, 9-5 morning line favorite. So
one of the few fairs that actually use the morning lines at the fair. I noticed that there is an option in the TrackMaster, or not the TrackMaster, E-Track, that will allow the computer to select the morning line. So there's a computer out there that likes your chances.
That's great. I didn't know that. I thought it would have been a TrackMan or someone on track. Okay, so
I think the TrackMan went away with the dodo bird or the dinosaur. We do that even at Delaware. The only race in which we set the line is the jug final.
I have to ask this question then.
Yep.
Is there actually a proprietary program that does this, or do we just use AI?
No, it's E-Track. So
E-Tracks.
whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
So E-Tracks would be doing all the ones. Would it be safe to assume that if someone doesn't want to use their morning line?
I would strongly. I'm sure all the tracks say, "Hey, give us the E-Track," and then they could modify them if they see something.
Does Northfield do it?
Northfield used to use it. I know because I asked Dave and Coney one time.
Okay.
So.
Because they have weird morning lines. You used to see morning lines were just 5 to 2, 7 to 2. They get 3 to 5, 4 to 1. So
my favorite's like 18 to 1 or 22 to 1.
Yeah.
I've seen that somewhere. I was like, wow, can we be a little bit more? Because as soon as that first dollar goes to the window, those morning lines mean nothing.
Yeah.
So, field of 7 behind the starting gate. They're at the top of the stretch. We'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff for the call of the first.
County Fair, they're at the top of the stretch for the first race. For $7,354, 2-year-old filly Pacers, and here they come. Here off into pacing, trying for the lead is Bit of Love. Up on the outside, CPF Pretty as they move around the initial turn. Heart of the Beaches, they're in third. Moving up now fourth, CPF Clean But Mean as they move into the backstretch. ATI Barley Sober is next in line. Then we have No One Said. And the early trailer, We Let the Liquor Talk as they go to the opening quarter. And Bit of Love. And Ammon Hirschberger is out there with the lead as they go by the opening quarter in 30 and 1/5. Around the turn they go in their second, CPF Pretty. Onto the outside, CPF Clean But Mean. At the rail is No One Said. Inside, Heart of the Beach as they drive down here to the halfway mile mark of the race. Bit of Love and Ammon Hirschberger dictate the tempo. They're in second, CPF Pretty. The People's Pick is right there in the pocket as they go here by the half. CPF Clean But Mean is on the outside third as they went here by the half. In 1 minute, 3/5. Around the turn they go, and with the lead, it's still Bit of Love. CPF Pretty is now waiting no longer, and CPF Pretty, Case Bateson says, let's go on this filly as they move into the backstretch to press onto 3/4. CPF Pretty takes the lead in their second. Bit of Love could do nothing about it. On the inside, CPF Clean But Mean, 3/4, 132 and 4. Off stride was We Let the Liquor Talk as they move around this final turn. CPF Pretty has opened up by 3. Onto the outside is CPF Clean But Mean. At the rail is Bit of Love. They're at the top of the stretch on a drive for the wire. And it's CPF Pretty and Case Bateson. These two fit like a hand and a glove. CPF Pretty will win. In their second, CPF Clean But Mean photo for show. Time of the mile, 2:05.
2:05 for your winner, CPF Pretty. Kate Bateson was able to take a seat early, and was then able to clear as they went down the backstretch for the second time and was able to draw away in 2:05.
Yeah, powerful effort there. Crazy Parrot Farm takes down 70%, 75% of the $7,300 pot here. Did not get past the public here as the 6 was your prohibitive 3 to 5 favorite. Sat the pocket pretty much right after the hat. Case said it's time to go. Circled up on the 1 and drew off very easily. The 7 popped out of the 3 hole. Ended up saving a nice second place finish in the battle for third from a couple horses.
Very close for third between the 3 ATI Barley Sober and No One Said. 3 and 5 will be in a photo. We have Lynn Scott Photo here tonight, so in good hands. Mike Wilkenberg is our starting gate. I don't think Mike's with us, but I know it's one of his gates. You mentioned Deb Rush is our charter and clerk. And we would be remiss if we don't give a salute out to the speed superintendent, Dave B. Miller. So it takes a lot of work to put on a fair, as you well know, and so we want to make sure all those people who put in all the hours before we even get here. So thanks to all of their work. Case Bateson picks up the first win of the day here at Mansfield.
Horse is now 4 for 8 in his young career. Her young career.
Case has been driving a lot over at the Meadows, but notice now that the fairs are starting to be in full swing, you're starting to see much more of Case over here in the Buckeye State.
I really like the feel of this racetrack. It makes me feel like an old school, like parimutuel track, you know.
The first race, it's the 6, CPF Pretty. This is a 2-year-old bay filly by Well Said out of Extreme Prejudice by Feelin' Frisky. On My Crazy Parrot Farm, trained by Robert Burries the second, Case Bateson, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:05.
4 wins here at the county fairs.
This would be the 4th time that Case Bateson has driven this filly, and this is her 4th win in 8 tries. This one home in 2:05.
Looks to be solidifying her spot in the fair finals at Northfield Park later on in October. So still plenty of work to do, though. We're only in the 2nd week in August.
It's 5th, Heart of the Beach 6, ATI Barley Sober 3rd. She's Akiba was scratched, No One Said 4th, CPF Pretty the winner. CPF Plain But Mean was 2nd. We Let the Liquor Talk 7th. 5-6-3, scratch 4-1-2-7, 30 and 1/5, 1 minute 3/5, 1:32 and 4. The mile time 2:05.
Need the John Hancock there.
Upcoming second race, we got CPF Junior on 3, Noah Newman on the 8.
I'm not sure if we have a track photographer here or not.
I do not believe we do. Looks like we are taking photo from the patrons, which is cool. I was a track photographer
I
once.
heard that.
I was
it at Lisbon?
Carrollton.
Okay.
One time they didn't show up. I took pictures for every single one. It was pretty fun.
I've been fortunate enough to be a track photographer twice in my life. I did Dayton Raceway for Brad Conrad when he had to be elsewhere, and then I also got to do Wapakoneta. Wapakoneta back then used to be one of the 5 dates I think they had raced all the same day. So he went to the 5th string, and that was me. So
even as great as Brad Conrad is, he can't be two places at once. Come
once,
on,
so.
I'm gonna have a talk with him about that.
Quickly moving to race number 2, which is the first division of the 2-year-old filly trot. Full field of 8. The only change we have is Noah Newman will drive the 8.
We have one additional one too. The 3-horse Volstead's Tempest. Josh Cash. Josh Cash will drive Volstead's Tempest.
That's the first time that's being announced, so thank you for that. We'll talk about all 8 of these filly trotters when we come back after these messages.
history, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Welcome back to Richland County Fair here in Mansfield, Ohio. Jay Wolf, Don Tiger, and Steve Taylor bringing you all the action from the day one of the two-day meet here at Mansfield. Don, I'm sure you were watching some races yesterday afternoon, and then into the evening.
Yeah, bittersweet day for
Yeah.
Ohio racing. We had two horses that were competing in the Hambletonian, and they were first and third choices. And great race. Apex just held on a nose over defending Ohio Horse of the Year, Big Ranger. There was some bad news that came out of that race, though. Endurance, I believe, got injured in the race, made a break on the turn, and might be out of action for a while. I can't confirm exactly, but I did know that he got a brief injury in that race. So.
Yeah, Chris Beaver came out on social media and made that announcement. So obviously
so
our
it's out
thoughts are
there.
so obviously our thoughts are with the connections of endurance. But there's been a lot said on social media, and everyone's got an opinion of how the trainer change happened with Big Ranger, and there's two sides of the camp. But the one thing that you can't deny is we were within 2 centimeters of having an Ohio-bred horse in Ohio owners to come that close to $1 million race, and that would have meant a lot to the industry here in the state.
Yeah, it was interesting. I found out that that would have been our first Hambletonian Ohio bred, and I haven't confirmed that. But when I talked to
that is true.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is a confirmed from a statistician
No,
like yourself.
I went to Chom Charters. You go right
Okay.
to Mr. Hambo himself.
Okay.
There was some horses bred by Ohioans from out-of-state sires, but there's never been an Ohio-bred horse.
$4. Noah Newman. Aiden Rhodes. Six is Judea with Darren Murphy. That's the field for race number 2. Heat pass shooter on 3, Noah Newman on the 8.
That is your post parade for the second. Number 1 is Dolly's Mission. Braden Rhodes will drive for William Simon Sr., the owner trainer from Atwater, Ohio. This is a long Tom filly. 1 win, 1 second in 3 starts. That win was at Lisbon in 2:11-3.
2 horse Coals of Fire. Herman Hagerman trains for Hagerman Racing. Manny Miller has the lines today. 1 for 7 on the season. Does have 4 third-place finishes. 5 of 7 on the board. Very nice. Nice effort last time out at Lisbon. Took the overland route and chewed a lot of air. Has shown some gate speed in the past, too. This is a horse drawing inside. Nice price, 6-1.
Number 3 is Volstead's Tempest. Keith Cash Jr. will now drive for owner-trainer Gary Martin. 2 second-place finishes in 4 starts. Last time out, took a break at the start at Lisbon, finished third at 20-1.
The 4, Margaret Breeze, trained and reigned by Charlie Myrick, owned by one of my fans, David Myrick of Margate, Florida. 3 for 4 on the season. Last time out, made a skip at Lisbon, circled the field, won by 8. Very impressive. This one's on the right track, looking to make it 4 in a row, and currently the prohibitive 1-5 favorite.
Number 5 is Action Audio. Sean Smith-Peters trains, drives, and co-owns with David Dobbelman and Alexa Keel of Wisconsin and Minnesota. 2 seconds, 2/3 in 5 starts. Still looking for that first win. Was 3 wide at the 3/4 pole last time out at Northfield in the fair races for Summit County. It finished third, timed in 2:02 and 1.
6 horse, Judea. Darren Harvey trains and drives for John and Alan Miller of Millersburg, Ohio. 0 for 4 on the season, does have a second-place finish. That was 4 back at Scioto in a Buckeye Stallion Series event. That one tried the Buckeye Stallion Series circuit twice so far, and was at the Summit County Fair up in Northfield as well. Drew the second tier that day. Did close from 8th to 5th. Some sneaky good form. Individually timed 158 and 2 at Scioto. Does have an outside post here, but a nice reward proposition, 10-1.
Number 7 is Aunt Sassy, reigned and trained by Eddie Miller, co-owned by Jennifer Johnson and Brian Taylor of Pennsylvania. This is an Uncle Peter Philly. Made a bad step at Lisbon last time out, finished 4th, timed in 2:18 with Logan Ebersol on the bike that afternoon.
8 horse on the far outside, Tom Mistress. Micah Miller trains, Manny Miller has the lines, Wayne Mast and Jerry Miller cone this one. 1 for 4 on the season. That win did come last time out at Northfield in the Summit County Fair. That one had the second tier. Grinded all the way down to get to middle. Mighty Lil right at the wire. Was a nice $10 winner that day too. Gets rewarded by drawing the far outside here and is 6-1.
Good field of 8 here, going for $7,774.
Just to compound on what we were talking too about, like Big Ranger and the one thing that's exciting about horse racing is there's the thrill of victory and agony of defeat. Even though like Endurance might be on the shelf for a little bit and Big Ranger just lost to Hambo by a nose, all those horses are going to live to compete another day. They're fine animals. Sometimes it's just not meant to be that day. I think both of those horses will still make their mark. I know Chris has been extremely high on Endurance, and I know Big Ranger are defending Ohio Horse of the Year, which is very hard for a 2-year-old to be a Horse of the Year in Ohio. So I think they'll just go on to do bigger and better things. So
now, did you watch the coverage on Fox or did you watch RTN?
Did not watch either.
Okay.
Yep.
I watched RTN, so they just didn't know what to do because they put the camera on the tote board and just sort of let it there. There was no, well, what do you think? There was no interaction about who they thought would win. So literally the only thing I knew is Marcus Melander started hugging people, and I said, well, obviously he thinks he won now.
I thought it was a heater, but that's my call. But.
Well, you were 2 centimeters off. Come on, Don.
$174 at the top of the second race. Nearly. Trotting, Judea and Aunt Sassy, they're off stride as they leave away. Looking for the lead, Dolly's Mission. Dolly's Mission just jumped it off stride. As they move around the turn, Volstead's Tempest is on a break. As they now trot into the backstretch. Audio, 2-year-old filly trotters, they do run. They do run. As they move on to the opening quarter, Coals of Fire with the lead. The lead is about 2.5 lengths. Margarita's Breeze is there in second. Action Audio is down trotting third. In their fourth comes a Tommy Stress. They went by the opening fraction in 30. Into the turn they go, Coals of Fire. And Manny Miller leads them out there by almost 2. Off stride mid-pack, Dolly's Mission. As they come down here to the half, Margarita Breeze is there in the pocket. Looked at him over third, Action Audio. Still in fourth is Tommy Stress. Further on back, we have Aunt Sassy to the outside of Volstead's Tempest. Then it is Judea with Dolly's Mission. They went here by the half and on into the turn after a 105-1 halftime. The leader is still Coals of Fire. They're in second, Margarita Breeze. To the outside, Action Audio is now picking them up from third. She's now second and trying to reel in the leader. Over there to be fourth is Tommy Stress. On the outside, Action Audio. Action Audio. And Margarita Breeze off the rail turns with the lead. Inside, Action Audio is trying to fend her off. Margarita Breeze and Charlie Myrick. Second is Action Audio, and Tommy Stress up for third. 207, 1/5.
207-1 for your winner of 4 straight here in the Buckeye State. Margarita Breeze. Charlie Myrick's may be drinking a margarita to celebrate this win from the Cuatro de Julio filly.
Nice, powerful effort by Margarita Breeze. And again, this one did not get by the public. 1-2 will return at least $3 to win here for the locals who punched it in. As our witty track announcer, Ayers Ratliff, said, was he was playing a euphemism on the song, "A do run, 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 a do run, run." A lot of breakers in that race. I interviewed Sean Smith-Peters a couple weeks ago about this Action Audio, and he told me when this one was coming off of the qualifiers, that this one would slowly continue to get better. Nice effort today. That one made a break, came up first up, and actually ended up clearing the leader. Won the battle but lost the war, as off of her back was Margarita Breeze. 4, 5, and it was a photo again for third. Looks like the 8 might have got up. Nice drive by Manny Miller on that horse. But no doubt about the winner, Dave Myrick. You're 4th in a row in Ohio.
Didn't get by the betting public, but did get by all the problems in the first turn. There was runners everywhere. 6 and 7 broke before the gates wings opened, and then the 1 and the 3 broke in the first turn. And by that point, though, Margarita Breeze had already cleared and passed all that and was in second, sat comfortably. Charlie, when they came by the stands the first time, he looked over his shoulder, and he had to make a decision right then if he wanted to pull out. He opted to wait behind Sean Smith-Peters and was able to get some space before the final turn and was able to trawl away in 207-1, quarters 32-1, 105-1, 136-1, 207-1 for your winner, Margarita Breeze.
Back here in front of the stand after winning the second race at 4, Margarita Breeze. Margarita Breeze, her 4th straight win, 5 flight-time tries.
It's kind of funny to watch, isn't it? We're kind of watching reality TV here because they're coming to the winner's circle, but
There's
one.
we might have to mention that to her between races here. She is taking photos too.
Yes.
So.
Could have sent one to Dave Myrick in Florida. Sure, they're going to take a long look at the first turn. They sometimes come down and look at Steve's footage, but the horses that caused a lot of the interference and confusion finished in the last 4 spots, so didn't affect the payouts at all. 458 is official.
Look at the price ticket on the 4, the place ticket.
And Sassy 8 place 7. Tommy Stress was third. 6, 4, 5, 1, 2, 7 place 8, 8 place 7, 3 on the bottom. 32-1, 105-1, 136-1, 207-1.
I have a feeling our audio may be going in and out, so we'll do the rundown. Number 1, Dolly's Mission was 6th. Number 2, Coals of Fire was 4th. Number 3, Volstead's Tempest was 5th. Number 4, Margarita Breeze was our winner, timed in 2:07 and 1. Number 5, Action Audio was 2nd. Number 6, Jodea was 7th, placed 8 for an extended run in the stretch. Number 7, Aunt Sassy was 8th, placed 7. And number 8, To Mistress was 3rd. We get to turn the race program to race number 3, the first division of the 3-year-old filly trot. First division purse $4,825. First of 3 divisions. A couple of changes here. Aaron Lehman will drive the 4, Fancy Like Anson. And can't even read my own writing.
That's happened to me
Darren
before.
Harvey. Thank you. Darren Harvey is driving the 6, Line of Sight. We'll talk about all 6 after these messages.
Hickory Lane Farm is proud to have bred or produced 3 Dan Patch champions over the last 3 years. Located in Findlay, Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm bred and sold world champion It's Academic. We also co-bred and sold sophomore Breeders' Crown winner Yo Tilly. Our stallion, In Range, set new sales records at the 2025 jug sale and is the sire of Set Your Sights High, who was last season's Dan Patch 2-year-old trotting filly. Find your next champion at the Hickory Lane Farm consignment.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
We are back at the Richland County Fair. Jay Wolf, Don Tiger, and Stephen Taylor bringing you all of the action. Stephen's just left us. I think he's going to go check on some audio with Ayers Radliff. We are not near them, so he has to go see what's going on with that. So we were here last year, Don, for the 2-day meet here at Mansfield, and I was telling you last time about the unique things here in Mansfield, including the Mansfield Correctional Institute. Did you ever get a chance to go over to a prison?
Isn't it within eyeshot too?
It's off of Route 30. So I come in from the south, so I come in through Lexington and over the, normally I don't even put it in GPS, but then I get to a road and it says road to close 2.5 miles, and I'm like,
That's when you hit that button.
No, I'm not sure how. But I know where the road is. I don't know how far. If it's 2.1 miles or 2.6 miles. It was 2.6 because I had to then go down a county road and find my way. But Mansfield Correctionals, where they shot Shawshank Redemption. And then there was, what's the one where Harrison Ford was the president? Get off of my plane. Air Force One. Yep. When General Raddick was released by the United States government, they shot that scene at...
He was released in Mansfield.
He was released in Mansfield, and then he got shot in Mansfield, so he didn't make it out too far, but... There, I gave away the spoiler if you're watching if you're watching Air Force One for the first time. But I came up with my wife and kids one time, and we did a tour of the penitentiary. It's it's kind of fun. It's like Alcatraz. You pay money, you have scalp tickets to go to tour a prison. But it is fun. You walk into a room and you're like, hey, I remember this scene, and a lot of the stuff is still there from when they were shooting. So. It's highly recommended on your bucket list here in the state of Ohio. Oh, wait. Stephen left us, and
we'll see if we can get you the post braid. If not, we'll give it to you verbally.
3, rearranged and Hammond Hirschberger.
This is a compact field of 6 here. All 6 horses going to the gate.
5, Rosemont Bridget, Emmanuel Miller. And the 6th loss of sight, driver change, Garrett Harvey. In of Sulky. That's the field for race number 3, Aaron Lehman on 4, Garrett Harvey on 6.
I've probably been fired from my camera duties.
It's all good. We'll start to take you through this field. Race number 3. We've got a 1-mile trot, 48-25. First of 3 divisions here. 3-year-old filly pacers, 3-year-old filly trotters. Apologies there. The one is Ivy's Legacy. Mike Spearman trains and reigns this one. For Philip Spearman. This one's 0 for 10 on the season, 1 of 23 lifetime. Last time out made a break. Prior to that made a break. But when stays flat, has able to make some nice checks. 4th and 3 back, 3rd, 4 back. And this one was in the Buckeye Stallion Series, claiming series. So this one's got some class to her. And she's currently no tickets sold yet, but she does draw the rail here.
Hey, I'm learning what buttons do. This one makes the camera go out.
I like it.
Hey, look, it's a little easier to get them in when they're not so close.
We'll keep giving you some more horses here since Jay is working the phones here. Number 2, I'm a Tommy Girl. Scotty Cox trains. Noah Newman has the lines. Vicky Jennings owns this one. 2 of 13 on the season, $18,000 in earnings. This is another horse that's raced in some Buckeye Stallion Series events, was 3rd, 3 back at Scioto. Nice 3rd place finish. Individually tied 55-2. This is your current even money favorite. 3-horse Rearrange. Amon Hirschberger trains and reigns. William Hirschberger is the owner. 0 for 5 on the season. Still looking to hit the board. 2 breaks last time out, but had tried Buckeye Stallion Series 3 and 5 back. Had a 4th place finish, 5 back. Nice close. Individually timed 57-3, and currently 12-1 on the tote board. 4-horse Fancy Like Anson. Jerry Miller trains. We've got a driver change to Aaron Lehman. Aaron Lehman will be driving the 4 Fancy Like Anson. Jerry Miller does own and train this one. 0 for 21 lifetime, 0 for 16 this year. Another one that's had some braking problems when it has stayed flat, has made checks, and this one is currently 9-2. 5-horse Rose Run Bridget. Herman Hagerman conditions for Anthony Miller and Hagerman Racing. Manny Miller has the lines today. This one's 2 for 15 on the season, but a nice juicy 9 of 15 on the board, $23,000 in earnings. Another horse out of the 8 hole at Scioto, 4 back, was a good 5th place finish, got away 9th, had a nice close, but this one's tried some other, a 3rd place finish, 6 back. Also in the Brant final, which is a late closer at Scioto, and was 3rd that day, individually time 56-1. Certainly a horse in a compact field like this that could be well met, and currently co-favorite at 6-5. Rounding out the field, the 6-horse Line of Sight. Darren John Harvey has picked up the driver change here. Darren John Harvey will drive the 6 light assigned. Levi Hirschberger owns and trains this one. 0 for 6 on the season, 0 for 8 in the career. Again, another one that had a nice close last time out. Had the 8 hole at Northfield, got away 9th, rallied all the way up for 4th. Individually timed 201 and 4. Again, won't be too far out of it here, and is 16-1. That's your full field of 6. Says 6 minutes to post still on your tote board, but we've already got the Wolkenberg starting gate up the backside starting to move.
John
Horses
Ingram
are
is our
ascending.
starter today.
John Ingram?
Yep.
Okay. So John Ingram's starting gate is rolling, and the horses are starting to the gate. One final look at the tote board. Rose Run Bridget, current 6-5 co-favorite with I'm a Tommy Girl. Should be a good one. We're going to send it up to Ayers Ratliff for the call of race number 3.
Stephen, how do I get rid of the race?
Underneath the highlighted one on there, the one right underneath.
who I gave whiplash to while trying to do the camera work there. Who won? When you're doing the camera work, you pay no attention to anything.
Yeah, 207 and 3. A nice public got this one wrong. Both the 2 and the 5 went up in the air. 4 to 5, 6 to 5 favorites. Rearranged the 3-horse. Amon Hirschberger made a bold first up move, kept going and drew off in the lane. Nice tight photo for second. I believe Ivy's Legacy and Mike Spearman for Phil Spearman did get up in the shadow of the wire to be second, but that one is very tight. And I'm not sure of who that one photoed with. I want to say Line of Sight, which was the 6, and Darren John Harvey. So unofficially, I think it came 3-1-6. We'll wait to see what the judges say. But 12 to 1, 40 to 1, 21 to 1, possibly. So this could be some all tickets in the exotic wagering.
The tripod started to move on me. I was like, wait a minute, these horses are now running uphill.
There's nothing Jay Wolf can't do in harness racing.
I'll try.
Nothing. I say it right now, nothing.
This was the site of my one and only race call, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
We were here. Frank Frost was supposed to run camera. I was going to do the color.
Okay.
Then when we got here, they said, guess what? Our track announcer's not making it, so one of you two have to be track announcers. So I said, Frank, you've done baseball. You can do this. So he said, if I did it, if he did it, I had to do it one race, and I did the last. So.
Hirschberger reigns, time of the mile, 2:07 and 3.
And if you are on track 2, we do have a 3-all for the try, 3-all for the exacta as well. Those are both paying out. Quinella, same thing, 1-all actually, as Mike Spearman did get up. I was wrong about the third place finish. It was the 4-horse, Fancy Like Anson and Aaron Lehman. It was 3-1-4 unofficial. Nice effort by both the top 2 there. Great efforts by both horses.
Fancy Like Anson was third. Rose Run Bridget 6. Line of Sight fourth. 251, 364 on the bottom, 31 and 4, 105 and 3, 136 and 2, 207 and 3.
Second division of the 3-year-old Philly Trot will be next. Second of 3 divisions. This one going for $4,825. A field of 6. We do have 2 drivers changes. Darren Harvey will drive the 2. Betsy Ann and Eamon Hirschberger will look to go back to back with the 5. Dublin's Delilah. We'll talk about all 6 of these when we come back after these messages.
Have you heard about Bob? It's the Buckeye Owner Bonus, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association's new incentive program. The program is for people who purchase yearlings or retain their homebreds out of mares registered and eligible for the OHHA's Breeders' Award program at the upcoming 2025 sales. The total bonus will be 1/2 the amount designated for that year's Breeders' Award program. For more information about the Buckeye Owner Bonus, visit OHHA.com or call 614-221-3650.
It all begins with a dream. In Ohio's lush pastures, a foal is born with the heart of a champion. Through dedication, care, and generations of world-class breeding, that spark grows into raw power. Today, Ohio's Standardbred industry offers nearly $24 million in purses for Ohio breds, drawing the best and rewarding the brightest. Breed, buy, race, and win in Ohio.
Welcome back to Richland County Fair here in Mansfield, Ohio. Jay Wolf, Don Tiger, and Stephen Taylor bringing you all the action from day one of the two-day Home Talent Colt Stakes meet here in Mansfield. If you're not familiar with Mansfield, it is located just west of I-70, midway between Columbus and Cleveland. I-71 goes diagonal through the state from Cincinnati through Columbus to Cleveland, so we are just left of center, if they, as they say. North Central Ohio. If you've never been here, it's a stone dust track. They did a nice job of keeping it very soft. I walked across it to come over here, and there's definitely some cushion in it, so you probably won't see blazing fast times, but Don, as you like to say, they don't put win times on the winner's check, do they?
They do not. Whether you go 2:15 and 1 or 2 minutes and a fifth, you get paid exactly the same. So,
but it's a nice wide track here. They obviously have raced automobiles here in the past because there's some underneath the grandstand there are some artwork on the wall with cars racing. So I know at one time they raced cars here. But it is a nice wide track. It reminds you of a Bucyrus or a Lima. Those are other county fairs that I have gone to that I think score 8 wide. So here you go from Lisbon, where they're lucky to score 3.5 wide, to Mansfield. Don, you probably don't know how to act, do you?
yeah, they only use one side of the gate at Mansfield, 4 across. Everyone else trails, and they usually only run 4 or 5 horse fields for that reason. That's the paper clip. So very long stretches, tight turns. Not the case here. This could actually be, like I said, there's a lot of nostalgia. I enjoy coming to this track. It almost makes me feel like we could have a meet here, you know, and I don't mean a fair meet, like a pari-mutuel racetrack meet.
Don, after this, you're making it right up I-71, about an hour to watch Northfield Park because you have one Charlie May in tonight.
Yeah, we're up at Northfield tonight. So I'm actually doing a diamond, I think, for tonight. Yeah, I left home, Western PA, came this way. I'm going to go north, and then I'm going to go southeast, and
then back here tomorrow.
Yeah, so I'll have a nice little diamond shape, and it'll be a fun night. Won't get home till 2 in the morning, but I don't have to cry on anyone's shoulder because I know Mr. Steve Taylor here, yourself, Ashley. Ashley came to see me the other day. We worked Lisbon together, and she had, I think, 3.5 hours of window time. So, but it was great to see her. She's always a treat to talk to and find out about some of her horses and everything that she has going on at the OHHA. So it's always informational.
How does Waze send one Don Tiger from Washington, PA, Cannonsburg area to Mansfield, Ohio?
They brought us through Akron.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually a shorter if you go out through 30, which is out through East Liverpool, which is a lot of slower back roads. But it had me go more distance to go the highway in a quicker time.
Come across I-76.
So I did take that advantage of the longer trek with the shorter time.
Hopefully your drive home, you'll have a smile on your face after another good performance from Charlie May. It's hard to believe. 7-year-old?
8-year-old.
8-year-old, geez. Speaking of 8-year-olds, how's your son?
He's great. He's 6.
I know.
He's doing phenomenal. I was with him this afternoon. We had a nice church picnic, and he got to go to training camp yesterday for the Steelers.
St. Vincent College, correct?
Yes, and it's Friday night lights, and you're going to be like, wasn't yesterday Saturday? Yes, but they had Friday night lights on Saturday, which is the whole community goes to the stadium, and they pack it in, and it was really cool. So we got to spend some time, and I actually have a friend of mine's grandson that is in camp for the Steelers, Levi Wentz.
Okay.
So it was really nostalgic to go because I used to go to Bible study at their house when he was just a tyke. And now he's 22 years old and he's a man and he's in camp with the Steelers as an undrafted free agent.
Where did he play his college ball at?
He played at Old Dominion, and then his last year he transferred, which seems like everybody does in this college world. He transferred his last year to Kansas and played with that real good quarterback Daniels out there. And he had a pretty good senior year, which he parlayed into signing with the Steelers, which how cool is that? He's a hometown Pittsburgh kid, and he's in camp. So it was really cool.
He went from a Monarch to a Jayhawk.
Yes, you got it. Yep.
So, plus the Cleveland Browns fans are probably saying Pittsburgh's not smart enough to realize it's not Friday night on Saturday. But
I like that dig. That's a good one. And here's your field.
Is for race 4. 3-year-old filly trotters, first $4,825. One very profitable, and Eric Miller. 2, Betsy Ann. Driver change, Darren Harvey. 3 is Flirtin' Tommy, Emmanuel Miller. 4, 7, Lick Image. Braden Rhodes is driving. 5, Dublin's Delilah. Driver change, Ammon Hirschberger. And the 6, Jasmine's Diamond. Driver change, Keith Cash Jr. in the sulky. That's the field for race 4. Darren Harvey on 2.
Number 1 is very profitable. Eric Miller trains, drives for DM Equine of Millersburg, Ohio. This is a muscle up the gold filly. Just making second career start. Last time out at Cortland, made a break at the start, finished 7th distanced. Before that, was scratched out of Meadows, a non-winners of 1, and had a qualifying effort in 2:03 at Northfield Park.
2 horse, Betsy Ann. Levi Hirschberger owns and trains this one. We've got a driver change, Darren John Harvey. Darren John Harvey will drive the 2, Betsy Ann. This one's 0 for 22 in her career so far, 0 for 12 this year, but does have 6 on the board finishes this year. Been knocking. Gets off the gate pretty well, stays trotting. Dangerous horse, and if you're local on track, you're looking for a live long shot, this one's 8-1.
Number 3 is Flirtin' Tommy. Herman Hagerman trains for Jay Burkholder and Joseph Burkholder of Apple Creek in Holmesville, Ohio. Manny Miller will get the driving assignment. 4 wins, 5 seconds, and 5 thirds, so 14 of 16 on the board for this long Tom filly. Last time out was second. Before that was winner 3 straight at Mount Vernon, Carrollton, and Scioto Downs in the Buckeye Stallion Series.
4 horse, 7 Lick Image. Michael DeRuntz trains for Andrew Liggett. Braden Rhodes has the line today. This one's got a nice season. 4 for 15 in a winner's circle. 8 of 15 on the board. $25,000 in earning. Mark of 59-4 down at Northfield way back in May. Big blowout winner last time at Lisbon. Went right to the lead. There were some breakers behind this one. Won by an easy 7 lengths at a popular 3-5. Probably the main threat to the 4 here, and this one's 7-1.
Number 5 is Dublin's Delilah. Eamon Hirschberger will look to pick up his second win on the card. Herman Hagerman trains and co-owns this Volstead filly with Anthony Miller. Bred by Dublin Valley Farms, was purchased for $25,000. Is winless in 24 career starts, but was second last time, or 2 back at Mount Vernon at their hometown, Knox County Fair.
6 horse, Jasmine's Diamond. Gary Martin trains, Sue Stockwell owns. Josh Cash is the catch driver here. He will pick up the mount for Greg Grismore. This one's 2 for 6 on the season, but 5 of 6 first or second. Nice second place effort last time out at Summit County Fair. And 2 back at Painesville, 1, 204 and 2. Individually timed 57. This one's another main threat. 9 of 12 last year to winner's circle, so this one certainly knows her way around the track. And that's your field of 6. Quick look at the tote board. Flirtin' Tommy. This one's been ultra consistent, 14 to 16 on the board. That's your current 3-5 favorite. Second choice is the 6, Jasmine's Diamond at 2-1. The Wokenberg starting gate starting to move, and we're going to send it up to Ayers Ratliff for the call of race number 4.
Three-year-old filly trotters, a purse $4,825. Top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off into trotting. Betsy Ann is making a bad break there as they move on into the first turn. Flirtin' Tommy and Emmanuel Miller's out there with the lead. The lead is 2.5 lengths. 7 Lick Image is there in second, early third for Jasmine's Diamond. Very profitable is there in fourth. In there to be fifth is Dublin's Delilah. And the trailer is Betsy Ann. They continue on to the opening quarter. And out there with the lead, it is a Flirtin' Tommy. In their second, 7 Lick Image. Jasmine's Diamond is there in third. Very profitable is fourth. Opening quarter, 31-4. In there to be next is a Dublin's Delilah with Betsy Ann. They will straighten away and move down here to the half. The leader is Flirtin' Tommy. In their second, 7 Lick Image. Still trotting third, Jasmine's Diamond. On to the outside now comes Dublin's Delilah. Also up and at him is Betsy Ann. The trailer is now very profitable. They went by the half and on into the turn. Halfway home in 104-2, and out there with the lead, it's Flirtin' Tommy. Flirtin' Tommy has him out there a length and a quarter. 7 Lake Image is there in second. Up on the outside, Dublin's Delilah third. Fourth at the rail is Jasmine's Diamond. Then it's Betsy Ann, and very profitable, not profitable today, as they continue on to 3/4. And the leader, Flirtin' Tommy, leads them by almost 2. On the outside, Dublin's Delilah, 3/4, 134-4. At the rail in third is 7 Lake Image. Then we have Jasmine's Diamond. They make their swing to the top of the stretch, and it's Flirtin' Tommy trying to make every pole a winning one. Flirtin' Tommy out there. She is large and in charge. Flirtin' Tommy will win. Tight for place, either Jasmine's Diamond or Dublin's Delilah. 204-3.
204-3 for your winner, Flirtin' Tommy. 5 wins in 17 starts.
Fastest mile of the day today, too, from Flirtin' Tommy. This 3-year-old filly trotter had a very good fortune of the 2 breaking stride, and the 1 being a little tardy at the gate, was able to cross over. And from there, it was all she wrote. She cut her own mile. Public did get this one right. They were right in the first 2. Came right back here. This one was a popular 3-5 winner and made every pole winning one. Make it look very easy. Nice rally late by the 6 Diamonds. Jasmine's Diamond, it did fail. I believe that one ran second or third. And I believe the 5 Dublin's Delilah did hold on for second, right? 3-5-6.
I'm going the other way. I'm going 3-6-5.
Okay.
We'll see.
Think Josh got up. Okay, all right.
Friendly wager amongst us.
I like it.
We're right on the line. That doesn't mean anything, though.
Is our line this one or the blue?
Right here.
Right here.
Right in front of the camera, yep.
Okay.
Flirtin' Tommy, winner 4 of the last 5, has not been off the board in all the charted lines we can see since June 6th or June 4th. 2/3, 4 seconds, and now 5 wins.
Pushes her earnings up to just shy of 50,000. She's up around 47,000 after this effort. Very nice season. You are correct. 365 official now.
After winning the 4th race, it is the 3 Flirtin' Tommy. Flirtin' Tommy is a 3-year-old bay filly by Long Tom and a Flirtin' Flair by Muscle Massive. All by Jay Burkholder and Joseph Burkholder. Herman Hagerman is the trainer. Emmanuel Miller, the winning driver, 204-3. And for trainer Herman Hagerman, it's his birthday today, so happy birthday, Herman. Very profitable was 6, Betsy Ann 5th, Flirtin' Tommy the winner. 7 Lake Image 4th, Dublin's Delilah 3rd, Jasmine's Diamond was 2nd. 6th, 5-1, 4-3-2, 31-4, 104-2, 134-4, 204-3.
Happy birthday to the winning trainer, Herman Hagerman. I believe Herman is 2nd on the county fair standings behind Hank Levan. Three-year-old filly Pacers are next. First division of 2 per $7,077. A field of 6. Eric Miller will drive the 1. Danny Jones will drive the 3. And Eamon Hirschberger will drive the 5. We'll talk about all 6 when we come back after these messages.
Don't miss the North American Standardbred Mixed Sale in Mount Hope, Ohio, December 18th. Only 2 sales in and already gaining attention across North America. This exciting young sale specializes in high-quality racehorses, broodmare prospects, and stallion shares with industry-leading pedigrees. One of our exciting graduates is world record holder Allegiant, headlining a growing list of successful sale graduates. Last year's sale topper was refined at $260,000, followed by Stardust Volo at $250,000. Visit the North American Standardbred MixedSale.com and join us December 18th in Mount Hope, Ohio.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Welcome back. Richland County Fair here in Mansfield, Ohio. Jay Wolf, Don Tiger, and Stephen Taylor bringing you all of the action.
Let's give you some nostalgia here because we're in the entertainment business. Steve, if you don't mind, if you can look on the backside, we've got a horse with pink ears on right now. And when this horse came by, it kind of grabbed my attention. This is a horse warming up in the 9th race, the 2-horse, Talented Daisy. But this one has some really bright pink ears on, which some people, if you don't know what that's for, a lot of times we wear ears on horses warming up just to keep them calm so they don't hear a lot of outside noise. Sometimes at fairs we have Ferris wheels, announcers, things like that. But really neat looking. This one caught my eye because not only is she a young and upcoming horse here, but nice little beauty queen here. So there's a little talent. I like Talented Daisy, but I like her attire. So sometimes you'll compliment people. I like your dress. I like your shirt. I like your ears.
So the latest fad has been the meta glasses that you'll see drivers wearing during races, and I guess they record. Stephen, correct me if I'm wrong. 3 minutes. The meta glasses record about 3 minutes worth of video, and then they go back and they upload them. I think it's hilarious when the horses are going the gate, the drivers are talking to the horse like, oh, come on now, behave yourself. And they're wearing earplugs because during the race they pop the earplugs. So if the earplugs really are in and do work, they'll never hear them say, hey, calm down, watch, take your time, or behave yourself. So
have you seen any of those videos?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, they're pretty cool. We got a big bet here, too, because I've been noticing we're getting between 100 and 150 in a win pool each race. We've already got $96. We've got $119 in the win pool, and we don't even have a post parade yet. So I believe we're at least 5 minutes away or so. So someone might have bet early, and we've got the 2 horses, 1-9, which is Mount Camus. So this one, again, does definitely know her way to the winner's circle. This 3-year-old filly, 15 of 28 lifetime, has come off 2 second-place finishes, but prior to that was on a tear, had won 4 in a row, but 8 of 13 on the season, and it's up to $139. So
every time it clicks, $20.
Yeah, the locals have definitely punched in on this one. This
not
one
18, not 22, always $20.
Yeah.
I noticed recently, I pay attention to the thoroughbreds too, and I noticed recently that Kentucky Downs, which is the turf course, they do not have dirt, they have turf only. It's a boutique meet. It's near Nashville, but it's in the state of Kentucky. They're doing a $5 minimum win, place, or show bet.
Did not know that.
No more $2.
No more $2.
There's the bugle call for race number 5. We'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff.
Is for race 5, 1 Dancin' Dottie, Eric Miller. 2, Mount Camas, Emmanuel Miller is driving. 3, Fearful Ginger, make the driver Daniel Jones. 4 is Rose Run Bounty with Sean Smith Peters in the bike. 5, Prolific Shark, driver change, Ammon Hirschberger. And the 6, Kiss My Accolades, Aaron Lehman in the sulky.
Number 1 is Dancing Dottie. Eric Miller is in the bike for Isaac Shrake. For owner John Schimmelhack of Lynchfield, Ohio. This is a Dancing Yankee filly. No wins on 9 seasonal starts, but does have 4 third-place finishes. 1 of 10 last year. Best time was in a qualifier at 2:04.1 at Northfield Park.
2 horse Mount Camas. This is your prohibitive 1-9 favorite. $156 in the win pool. I'm guessing a good 140s on this gal. This daughter catch the fire. 8 of 13 in the winner's circle, 12 of 13 first or second, $41,000 in earnings, 54-2 mark at Northfield Park. Can't knock this one at all. I'm thinking if she does win this, she'll pace around 2 minutes, 2-1.
Number 3 is Fearful Ginger. Dave Warnstaff trains and owns this Fear the Dragon filly. Danny Jones will pick up the drive, has third-place itis, 4 third-place finishes at Bowling Green, Hilliard, Marion, and Ottawa. Last time out was third at Bowling Green with Danny Jones in the bike at 47-1.
4 horse Rose Run Bounty. Sean Smith Peters trains and reigns this one for J.C. Austin. This looks like a recent purchase. Corey D'Armond was recently trading this one at Lisbon on 8-3. Looks like maybe a barn change here. This one's 5 for 5 on the board, 1 for 5, and that blowout win did come last time out. Very well meant here as this one paced 56-4 as a 2-year-old. Rose Run Bounty, currently 30-1.
Number 5 is Prolific Shark. Eamon Hirschberger will now pick up the driving assignment for the birthday boy trainer Herman Hagerman for Storm Haven LLC of St. Louisville, Ohio. This is a down by the seaside filly, 1 win, 2 seconds, and 2/3 in 13 seasonal starts. That win because in a dead heat at Hilliard.
6 horse Kiss My Accolades. Aaron Lehman reigns, Jerry Miller trains, Crazy Parrot Farm owns. This one's 0 for 21 in a brief career, 0 for 15 this year. 1 third-place finished. Was 4th last time out, 4th prior to that, 4th prior to that, 5th prior to that, 3rd prior to that, 4th. So basically this one's a solid check getter and has to deal with the far outside post, but she is 12-1.
Normally you see Crazy Parrot Farm with CPF in the name, but this one does not have the CPF, so it's much like a Hank Levan without an L. You have to do a double take and say, is this really a Crazy Parrot Farm horse? If you're a hunch better, the 4 Rose Run Bounty, J.C. Austin of Winner, South Dakota. If your town is named Winner, you got to be a winner. Field of 6 behind the starting gate. We'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff.
Field of 6. 3-year-old filly pacers make their way to the top of the stretch. Here they come. Fear off into pacing. Mount Camas goes out there looking for the lead. Fearful Ginger is up on the outside. Dancing Dottie at the rail. They are 3 across through the first turn. In there to be 4th comes a Rose Run Bounty. Further back to a Prolific Shark. Kiss My Accolades is the trailer. They continue on up the backstretch, and the leader, Mount Camas. Up on the outside, Fearful Ginger wants the lead too. Thus far, Mount Camas not letting her have it as they go on by the opening quarter, 28-3. On into the turn they go. And out there with the lead, it's Fearful Ginger, now by 2. Mount Camas there in second. Dancing Dottie is third. In there to be a 4th comes a Rose Run Bounty with Prolific Shark and Kiss My Accolades. Moving down here to the halfway mile mark of the race where Fearful Ginger, she's got the lead. She paid a price to be there. In their second, Mount Camas, she's coming back to the outside. Dancing Dottie is there in third. Halfway home in 59. On into the turn they go. Fearful Ginger with the lead. Mount Camas up on the outside now. They start to duel as they move into the backstretch. Danson Dottie is third. Rose Run Bounty to the outside, fourth with Prolific Shark. And Kiss My Accolades to 3/4 they go. Mount Camus on the outside by a neck. Fearful Ginger battles back at the rail. Moving by 3/4, 129 and 4. In and around this final turn, Mount Camus on the outside, still with the lead. Fearful Ginger is there in second. Rose Run Bounty is third. They're at the top of the stretch. They're on their way home with the lead, Mount Camus. Fearful Ginger fights for her life at the rail, but Mount Camus, too much filly here, and Mount Camus will win. Fearful Ginger there in second. Rose Run Bounty is third. Time of the mile, 2:01 and 3.
2:01 and 3 for your winner, Mount Camus. Went off at 1-9, and a lot of times you say there was never an anxious moment, but there was a couple anxious moments in that race. Was stretched to the quarter, and Fearful Ginger and Danny Jones did clear as they got past the quarter pole, and patient drive from Manny Miller, and but Fearful Ginger would not go away quietly, and force the eventual winner to make a little harder than you would think at 1-9.
Yeah, I'd put a big circle around Fearful Ginger. She raced awfully good, and Daniel Jones went right at him here, and I think that even surprised Manny Miller off the gate, and he sat chilly, and he did pull this one at the half, and even up to the 3/4 pole, Fearful Ginger batted back, but down the stretch, the 2 was just too much. 2, 3, 4. Sean Smith-Peters did roll up for third, but nice effort by the winner, nice effort by Fearful Ginger. Not at 1-9 what you like to see as far as if you're holding a win ticket there. You needed every ounce of the track pretty much to get up, but still in a big win too anyway at the end of the day for Mount Camus. 2, 3, 4 unofficial.
Back-to-back for Miller and Hagerman. Someone was happy the 2-1.
Might be one of those $20 win bets right there. Although someone might have had to lift him up to make the bet at the window.
Fifth race to Mount Camus. 3-year-old Bay Filly by Catch the Fire. Adavangagata by American Ideal. Owned by Hagerman Racing, Melinda Hirschberger. Herman Hagerman, the birthday boy, trains another winner here. Emmanuel Miller, the winning driver, in 2:01 and 3.
$25 of 29 lifetime starts. We call that an ATM.
Yeah, pushes the earnings up over to $75,000 today. And again, anyone in the barn that's listening, if you do have a horse that wins, make sure you bring a camera phone or a photo or something over, because we don't have a photographer today. So don't want to miss out on capturing some of these big moments. Like Manny here at Mount Camus wasn't sure what to do. Did a couple laps. They came over in the cart, and then they went back already. So he's still kind of looking around like what to do, and he's heading back. That's the big part of what we do is winner circles. So anybody that does win a race in the barn, please bring your cameras, and let's take some photos. Got anomaly payoffs, too. 220, 240, 260. That's your win place show. Paid $260 to show. Very popular exacta, 2-3, $6.80.
Then your place horse, the 3, was $440. Then no tickets sold for the show. The things you see at county fair races.
Went to college in Wheeling, so we had a dog track there.
Mm-hmm.
And they would be blind pulls, much like here, where you don't have a tote board to see what's out there. Since they have changed that, but there's a lot of times I remember going down there to bet a dog, and he would pay $4 to win, $10 a place, and $30 a show, just because you couldn't see. And everybody said, well, everybody's betting him, let's not bet him, you know.
My uncle went to Duquesne, and his roommate was a math major, and one of his projects was betting dogs at Wheeling Downs, and he wrote a paper on it.
Third, Prolific Shark. Fifth, Kiss My Accolade. Sixth. 4-1-2, 3-5-6, 28 and 3, 59 and 1. 1, 29 and 4, 2, 1 and 3.
I think this next race, there's 8 horses entered, and we're going to have 7 driver's changes, or 6 driver's changes. Unless Braden Rose can drive 2 horses.
They are next to each other, so I have watched Ben-Hur. So is there a chance he could have a leg on each?
Saying there's a
chance.
All right. Normally, Ayers gives us the changes.
Do you have all these driver changes?
I have all, but Greg Grismore obviously is not here, and Braden Rhodes has listed twice. I have the other remaining 4, though.
Okay, well, we'll fill them in.
So why don't we do this, Stephen? Why don't we go to a commercial break, and then we'll run up and talk to Ayers and see what we can get for the 6th, the 2nd division, 2-year-old filly pace.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Hickory Lane Farm is proud to have bred or produced 3 Dan Patch champions over the last 3 years. Located in Findlay, Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm bred and sold world champion It's Academic. We also co-bred and sold sophomore Breeders' Crown winner Yo Tilly. Our stallion In Range set new sales records at the 2025 jug sale and is the sire of Set Your Sights High, who was last season's Dan Patch 2-year-old trotting filly. Find your next champion at the Hickory Lane Farm consignment.
The Ohio Harness Racing Passport is back. Sponsored by Webkenberg Starting Gates, the Passport takes you across Ohio's County Fair circuit and now includes marquee events like Ohio Super Night. It's free and open to fans of all ages. Get your passport from the OHHA broadcast team and collect your stamps. Earn prizes all season long with more ways to win. Compete for the grand prize. Experience Ohio through harness racing.
Welcome back, Mansfield, Ohio. The Passport program, we've signed about a dozen of those already tonight, so thank you for that. We also want to thank starter Mike Wepkenberg, who sponsored the Passport program this year. So if you go to a county fair, stop by the OHHA broadcast. If you don't have a book, you can pick one up, and we'll initial it for every county fair that you visit. And I think after 10, you get a poker chip, and one of the poker chips available is one Charlie May from a few years ago, Ohio Horse of the Year. So how many of those poker chips do you have, Mr. Tiger?
Like 20.
Do you ever take them to the casino and in the meadows and try to squish them?
We just had this discussion. Now I'm letting the cat out of the bag here a little bit because last year we raced at Canfield. I always like to go to one county fair, do something neat. And Canfield has a really neat program where every year they make a poker chip. We tied the track record there, so they made a poker chip. And I talked to Woody Woolham, and he wasn't sure what color he was going to do, but he made it black and orange for me.
Okay.
So if anyone goes to the casino, do you know what a black chip represents?
$100.
$100.
There you go.
So he gave me like 5 or 6 of them. I told him I'm heading to the Meadows, and I'm going to put it on the pass line on the dice table.
See
and
what
if
happens.
I'm from real quick and maybe put one of theirs on top,
yeah,
I think I could probably get away with it.
Yeah.
You know?
We're going to start the GoFundMe for the Don Tiger Legal Fund, too, when he does get arrested for doing that. Field of 8 2-year-old fillies, 2nd division. Total purse, $14,708. Off the air, we talked a little bit about racing the next 3 nights is at Urbana. Tomorrow night is Buckeye Stallion Series. They have 11 races for nothing but Buckeye Stallion Series. Tuesday, they come back with 17 heats. And then Wednesday, they have 20 heats of racing. So you're seeing 2-year-old colt pacers, unfortunately, racing for $3,000 because there's so many divisions. But then in Berea, I saw there was 5 3-year-old filly pacers going for $15,700 and some odd dollars. So it's Purses are all about $15,000 total, but when you have multiple divisions, that gets divided up. So we are terrible driver agents. Charlie Myrick will drive the 4 from Nova's Legend, so that means Braden Rose will stay with the 5 Artificial Roses. Still need a driver on the 2. I have not seen Greg Grismore for any of the races tonight, and he's been taking off the other ones, but do not have a driver named yet. There is the call to the post for the 6 2-year-old filly Pace. Race 6 of 10 tonight here from Mansfield.
Number 6 for $7,354. 1, She's Acting Single. Driver change, Mark St. Louis Jr. 2 is Philly Rizzuto. Driver change, Case Bateson. 3, Fiery Lips with Keith Cass Jr. 4, Nova's Legend. Driver change, Charlie Myrick. 5, Artificial Roses. Driver change, Emmanuel Miller. 6, McLovin It. Make the driver Eamon Hirschberger. 7, Westside Luck. Driver change, Sean Smith-Peters. And the 8, CPF Wash and Rents. Driver change, Aaron Lehman in the sulky. That's the field for race number 6. Again, Mark St. Louis round 1.
She's Acting Single is your 1 horse. Mark St. Louis Jr. will now drive for trainer James Day and owner Braxton Day of Medina, Ohio. This is a dancing Yankee filly. 3 wins in 6 seasonal starts. Those wins came at Lisbon, Carrollton, and Cortland. All Don Tiger tracks, so maybe you're the good luck charm there for the 1. She's Acting Single.
2, Philly Rizzuto. Baseball fans will know this name for sure. Philly Rizzuto, trained by Gary Martin and driven today by
Case
Bateson. This 2-year-old filly is owned by Gary Martin, Kleinberg Racing, Trententa, and Holden. 0 for 4 on the season, but 1 second, 2/3, so it's been pretty active. Last time out from the rail, made a break. Prior to that, it's been pretty solid and slowly progressing. Did individually time 159 last time out. This one's second choice, 8 to 5.
Keith Cass Jr. trains and drives the 3 Fiery Lips for Kylie Cash of Medina, Ohio. This is a Catch the Fire filly. Purchased for $3,700 at the Blooded Horse sale. Has made just short of $6,000. Comes in off a win at Lisbon in 2:15-3 with Keith Cash in the bike that afternoon.
4, Nova's Legend. William Simmons owns and trains. Driver change to Charlie Myrick. Charlie Myrick drives the 4, Nova's Legend. This one's 1 for 3 on her brief career. Does have a second-place finish as well. That second-place finish was last time out. The win was 2 back at Mount Vernon. Another one continues to kick home real good in the lane. Perfectly spotted here. Nice inside post, 7-1.
Artificial Roses is the 5. Braden Rhodes drives for owner-trainer Deb Prochizin. Kai Shiz. I'm terrible at that name. 0 for 4. Lifetime was placed 3rd last time out. The only finish on the board was placed 3rd at Lisbon back on August 3rd. With Braden Rose in the bike, must have been interfered with because they refunded all wagers.
6 horse Mickey Lovin' It. Eamon Hirschberger has got the lines on a TBA on this one. Darren Harvey trains for owners Wayne Mast, Eden Akers, M. Solon, and S. Miller. 0 for 3 on the season, and last time out took the Overland route at the State Fair, Summit County Fair, I should say, up in Northfield. Prior to that, that was a very nice second-place finish at Mount Vernon. Cut all the fractions, ended up being just second best to CPF Preety, who we saw race earlier today in a winning way. So another horse here that's on the improve with a big shot here, and this one is 35-1.
Number 7 is Westside Luck. Sean Smith-Peters will now drive for trainer co-owner Jessica Milner of Litchfield, Ohio. Evan Koblenz is the co-owner. The Ponderosa filly, 1 win, 1 second in 6 seasonal starts. That win was 2:08-4 at Cortland, and the second place finish was at Mount Vernon back on July 27th.
8 horse CPF Wash and Rinse. Crazy Parrot Farms owns. Jerry Miller trains. Got a driver trainer Aaron Lehman. Aaron Lehman's driving the 8 CPF Wash and Rinse. 0 for 5 on the season. Missed the gate last time out, but was 4th prior to that and 3rd. Outside post will hamper this one a little bit, and currently 15-1 on your tote board. And that is your field of 8.
Artificial Roses, a little bit of alphabet soup. We have BEs, IXs, DIS, PUs, BEs, and DNFs. So a little bit of alphabet soup there during his 4 career starts. Field of 8, full field of 8 behind the gate. We'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff for the call of the 2-year-old filly pace.
$, field of 8. 2-year-old filly pacers make their way to the top of the stretch for race number 6, and here they come. Artificial Roses acting up. Westside Luck on a break. The others are often pacing and going out there and looking for the lead as she's acting single. On the outside, Philly Rizzuto is there now, dropping in their second and third, Fiery Lips. As they move on into the backstretch, Nova's Legend is there in fourth. Over their fifth is McLovin' It. Then it's CPF, Wash and Rinse, followed by Westside Luck and Artificial Roses. They continue on to the opening quarter. She's acting single with the lead. In their second, Philly Rizzuto. In 31-1, Fiery Lips is there in third. Nova's Legend in fourth. Over their fifth, McLovin' It. Then it is CPF, Wash and Rinse, moving to the outside, Westside Luck and the trailer, Artificial Roses. They travel off the turn and pace down here to the half with the lead belonging to She's Acting Single. They're in second, Philly Rizzuto. It's a Fiery Lips who's now moving to the outside for cash in third. She's followed out there by Nova's Legend in fourth. Over their fifth is Westside Luck, halfway home. In 104-2, a well-rated second quarter here, and with the lead, She's Acting Single. In their second, Philly Rizzuto, she pops the pocket out there 3 wide, is Nova's Legend. To 3/4 they go, and Philly Rizzuto now shoves a neck on top. On the inside, She's Acting Single, trying to re-rally at the rail. In there to be third is Nova's Legend. 3/4 and 135-3 and around this final turn. And the leader, She's Acting Single on the outside, Philly Rizzuto. It's Nova's Legend who's poised to go 3 wide. They're at the top of the stretch. It looks to me we're down to 3. Inside, She's Acting Single. Outside, Philly Rizzuto. Philly Rizzuto is getting the better here, and Philly Rizzuto will win. Tight for place. Time of the mile, 2:06.
2:06 for your winner, Philly Rizzuto.
Yeah, nice effort. I had mentioned this on pre-show here. This one kept getting better. If you forgave the skip last time out, and this one came out open with even money. We've had some very nice tote action here, too. $219 in the win pool today. We've got a good 150 people out on the tarmac. Another good 100 to 200 people in the grandstands. Just a well-supported fair over here in Richland for the Richland Fair. But nice effort by Philly Rizzuto to get her maiden win here. Gary Martin does co-own this horse with Kleinberg, Tridenti, and Holden, but 1 for 5 on the season now. Very well named. And I know this mare, Santastic's Philly, I believe she's thrown some other nice horses along the way, too. So this is a nice one, and they did pluck down $16,500 at the sale for Philly Rizzuto. And today she rewarded her backers. The insiders had some insight as this one was 2-1. Case Bateson picked up the musical chairs, as I think we had just a driver on 7 of the 8 horses here. But Case, right place, right time, picked up the drive. Nice, powerful move up the backside, pulled the pocket, and grudgingly wore down the one there. And I think that one went into a photo for a second. This time, I'm going to call the 4.
All right.
4 for second? You like the 1 for second?
Well, I'll take the 1 just to be different.
All right. I like people that are different. Charlie Myrick, nice catch drive on Nova's Legend. He had rode this one last time out, too, to a second-place finish, and I think he did that again. I'm going to say 2-4-1 unofficial, but it's either 2-4-1 or 2-1-4. Jay Wolf can't be right twice in the same day, can he?
Hey, got to be different.
Okay. All right.
It'd be boring if I just agreed with you.
I agree. But you kind of feel the 4 too?
Yeah, kind of. But
okay.
like I said, you gotta be different.
I like that. We had fun at the Summit County Fair, so I'll tell you, me, Matt Clark, and oh my goodness, Bob Roberts worked there. You ever work with Bob?
No. Yes. Well, sorta. We worked the Summit County Fair Stakes one night, and he was there doing personal business, and he joined us for a large period of the time. Look at this exacta 120.
At a Santastics filly by the Ponderosa. Gary Martin, B. Kleinberg Racing. Mr. D.T. Tremonti and P. Holden. Gary Martin trains Case Bates in for a driving double 206. She's Acting Single was second. Philly Rizzuto, the winner. Fiery Lips sixth. Nova's Legend was third. Artificial Roses eighth. McLovin at fourth. Westside Luck was fifth. CPF Wash and Rinse seventh. 216, 384, 57, 31 and 1, 104 and 2, 135 and 3. The mile time 206.
I need to make a quick point here. And then people always complain about you can't get value betting horse races. The 1 and the 2 opened up in that race, even money, both of them. The money was spread between both of them. If you played a $2 exacta box, 1-2, 2-1, it would cost you $4. What did it reward the faithful backers here in Mansfield today?
The exacta was $120.
$120 off of a $4 bet. That sounds pretty good to me, doesn't it, Stephen Taylor?
Could have
Yes,
bought
sir.
some burgers on the drive-thru down the street as you head up to Northfield Park tonight.
Unfortunately, I did not have that ticket, but I wish I did.
I'll just take a place ticket at 1060 on the winner. That was 2-1.
2-1-4 even the one, even money, $4.80 to place. Great place, good payouts over here today. Again, we're getting a lot of people pumping some money into these pools for sure.
We turn the page to race number 7, the second division of the 2-year-old filly trot. Total purse $15,547. This half goes for $7,774. Full field of 8. We'll talk about all 8 after these messages.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at OHHA.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Hey kids, we invite you to join the Backstretch Buddies Club, a fun and free club for kids 12 and under who love horses and wants to be a part of harness racing in Ohio. Once you've signed up, you will be able to join Willie Winnett and exciting adventures and receive awesome surprises. Sign up today using the QR code.
We are back. Don Tiger, Jay Wolf, and Stephen Taylor bringing you the action from the Hometown Colts Series here on day 1 of 2 at Mansfield, Ohio. We come back tomorrow again at 5:30. Believe there's 9 races tomorrow.
9 action-packed races tomorrow.
So did you participate in the Fantasy Stables contest?
I did. Well,
Are you an expert?
No, I'm not an expert.
Okay.
No, don't ever.
Stephen's an expert.
Is he really?
Well, you are an expert. I saw.
Okay, I like when we have experts.
Yes.
I helped someone put an entry in.
Okay.
And they made no selections.
And?
So I don't even know how they're doing, but I picked the horses. So.
Well, I contacted one Matt Clark, and I had a friendly wager with him, and next thing you know, Susan's in it, Frank Froz is in it, other folks are in it. The loser, whoever has the worst stable, has to put the Willie Winnett suit on.
I like that.
Matt wanted to double down and says that the loser should also have to ride a ride of our choice at one of the county fairs next year. I think
that's a worse prize because that could really scare the heck out of someone. If someone's seen some of these rides, they can be a little frightening.
I say we do the giant slide wearing the Willie Winnett suit.
I like that. I like that a lot. Here's the funny part about this, folks. Listen to this. We're talking about who's going to have the worst entry.
Yeah.
We're not even worried about who the winner is. We're trying to chastise the loser of this expert panel.
It's all for all Ohio breds, and you had to pick 5 2-year-olds
that were at a sale. They had to sell at a sale, right?
Nope.
No?
Nope. So you just had to pick 5 2-year-olds.
Okay.
Matt Clark and I picked 3 of our 5 were the same. I did not look at his picks. He did not look at my picks, but we had 3 of the 5 are the same.
Did one of you have the Braxton Boulevard?
Well, then you get to pick a 3-year-old or aged horse that has to be Ohio bred, and I picked Brandon Boulevard.
Oh, Brandon Boulevard.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you're good.
So,
you got to be up in the standings then,
so
right?
I just have to beat one of them. I don't care who I
Yeah.
beat. I just have to beat one of them.
I would say you're in pretty good shape. You have no chance of putting on that suit since he already won a big race.
I have to admit I already have put on the suit.
Oh, okay.
They left it at Delaware in my office after the jug week. I went into my office to clean some things up, and in the corner there's a Willie Winnett suit on, so I put the head on at least. Took
get
a
a picture?
Okay. And I have it on my phone here. I'll show it to you.
Oh, I got to see Willie Winnett.
I sent it to the folks at the OHHA and said, I want 10,000 in small bills or that you'll never see this horse head again.
Speaking of which, with our passports, we do sign our passports here. Mr. Passport, Richard Miller, is here today. We got a pen. Let me see your pen.
It's red even.
For those of you who don't know who Richard Miller is, you do know who Richard Miller is. He is our resident passport, current defending champion, and he has been at how many fairs so far this year?
That makes 35.
35 meets.
dates.
Yes,
Dates.
that's pretty impressive. Very.
Says for race 7, 2-year-old filly trotters. 1, I Want What I Want, Darren Harvey. 2 is Carrie's Quick Hit, Aaron Lehman driving. 3, Hills of Glory, Emmanuel Miller. 4 is Lily Dilly Dunn, Naquel Harvey. 5, Rose Run Cameron, driver change Mark St. Louis Jr. 6, We Action, Sean Smith Peters driving. 7, add those trotting hopples to Jasmine's range. Make the driver Keith Cash Jr. And the 8, Image of Money, John G. Wingard in the sulky. At the field for race number 7, Aaron Lehman on 2, Mark St. Louis Jr. 5, Keith Cash Jr. on 7, trotting hopples to the 7.
Number 1, I want what I want. Okay. Darren Harvey drives and trains this Ready for Money filly for Mast, Callum, Harvey, and Miller, all of the Buckeye State. 1 win in 3 starts. That win was 205 and 2 at Paynesville.
2 horse carries Quick Hit. Jerry Miller owns and trains this one. Lines will be turned over to Aaron Lehman today. This one's 0 for 7, but does have a 2nd and 3rd place finish. That 3rd place finish came last time out after making a break, too, that came back on at Lisbon. Inside draw helps. A lot of X's on the card, so this one needs to stay flat, 50-1.
Number 3 is Hills of Glory. Manny Miller and Herman Hagerman look for the triple tonight with this What the Hill filly, owned by Jay Burkholder of Apple Creek, Ohio. 2 wins, a 2nd, 3 thirds in 7 starts. The only time not on the board was a 4th place finish way back first start at Paulding. Come in 2 straight wins at Bowling Green and Mount Vernon.
We've got a family affair here with the 3, Lily Dilly Dunn. Danita Harvey trains. For Danita Harvey, trains and owns. Daughter Naquel Harvey has the lines. 0 for 4 in the year. Does have a 2nd place finish, and that did come last time out at Lisbon, so this one's on the approve.
Number 5 is Rose Run Cameron. Mark St. Louis Jr. will pick up the drive for trainer James Day for the Power Play Farms of Medina, Ohio. What the Hill filly, 1 win, 2 seconds, and a 3rd in 6 seasonal starts. Comes in off 11.5 length romp at Lisbon in 2:11 and 4.
6, We Action. Sean Smith Peters owns, trains, and co-owns with David Dobelman, Alexis Kell. This one's 0 for 4. Last time out, very tough post at the Summit County Fair. 8-hole at Northfield. Did finish 6th. Prior to that, made a break at Hilliard. Was a good 4th after a break at Cortland. 3 back. Far outside post. Tough proposition, 50-1.
Number 7 is an in-range filly by the name of Jasmine's Range. Keith Cash Jr. will now drive for trainer Gary Martin and Sue Stockwell. No wins, 1 second, and 1 third in 4 seasonal starts. This is a first start with trotting hobbles.
8 horse, Image of Money. John G. Wingard owns and trains for Eli Stable. This one's 0 for 4. Has made a break in every start on the program, and no tickets have been sold on this one today. That's your field of 8. Current favorite is the 3 horse at 3-5, Hills of Glory.
$1,774. 2-year-old filly trotters, top of the stretch for the 7th race. Here they come. They're off into trotting. Hills of Glory tries for the lead. Up on the outside, Rose Run Cameron as they move on into the turn. I Want What I Want is there along the inside as they make their swing. Losing stride, carries Quick Hit. So now into 4th is Jasmine's Range. Getting away next is Image of Money. Then it's We Action with Lily Dilly Dunn, and after the break, trailing the field, carries Quick Hit. They go to the opening quarter, and it is Hills of Glory who's out there and in charge here. Image of Money off stride further back. Opening quarter, 31-3. Into the turn they go. The leader is Hills of Glory in their second. I Want What I Want. Along the inside to be in 3rd. As they continue on, comes Rose Run Cameron. 4th is Jasmine's Range as they travel down here to the half. Then onto the inside is We Action, followed by Lily Dilly Dunn. Further on back to Image of Money, and off stride again was Carrie's Quick Hit. They went by the half in 104. Into the turn they go, and out there with the lead. With them on top, it's still a Hills of Glory in their second. I Want What I Want. Rose Run Cameron in 3rd. Jasmine's Range is still there 4th. Over there 5th is We Action. Up the back stretch to 3/4. And now trotting up on the outside, Jasmine's Range is now ranging up here, was 4th. Then 3rd. Now she's 2nd and trying to trot up on the leader. 3/4 in 135-3. Moving around the final turn, and the leader is Hills of Glory. They're in 2nd, Jasmine's Range. Off stride went We Action, moving to the top of the stretch. And the leader, Hills of Glory. They're in 2nd, Jasmine's Range. I Want What I Want is 3rd. Coming to the wire, coming back on Jasmine's Range. Jasmine's Range will trot on to win. Hills of Glory, they're 2nd. I Want What I Want was 3rd. Time of the mile, 2:07.1.
Minor upset here in race number 7 as Jasmine's Range got up in the final few strides to get your 3 to 5 choice. Hills of Glory looked like she had everything under control.
Yeah, if I would have had Hills of Glory at the top of the stretch, I would have ran down to the window and sat there and waited to get paid, but not meant to be. I've always loved Josh Cash's driving. I think he just is an aggressive driver. He puts horses in good spots. And this one ranged up the backside, made a bold move, but kind of got put away as Hills of Glory found another gear as she was cutting all the fractions. But in the lane, Jasmine's Range just kept coming. And for her first lifetime win, this in-range filly, 1 for 5 now in the season. Just a very nice effort and on her way to winner's circle here. 7-1, almost 3rd.
7-1 or 7-3-1.
7-3-1. There you go. 7-3-1 unofficial.
Jasmine Range will be the Big D's tack horse of the day because first time trotting hobbles for this in-range filly, and made it a winning effort. 2:07.1.
Special shout out too while we wait to the 7 to come back to the winner's circle. I don't have a very small fan club, but one of those, Julian Tiger, is watching from Canonsburg, PA tonight. And he's watching Dad and listening to Dad. So
okay,
you better be good tonight for your mom and get to bed at the right time. Love you, buddy.
Does he know how to find Dad on the YouTube all by himself, or does Mom have to help?
I wouldn't put anything past him.
Is the 7, Jasmine's Range. This is a 2-year-old bay filly by In Range at a Jasmine Volo by Muscle Mass. On by Sue Stockwell, trim by Gary Martin. Keith Cash Jr., the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:07.1. I Want What I Want was 3rd. Carrie's Quick Hit 7th. Hills of Glory 2nd. Dilly Dilly Dunn 6th. Rose Run Cameron 4th. We Action 5th. Jasmine's Range was the winner. Image of Money 8th. 3-7-2-6-4-5-1-8. 31-3. 104, 135 and 3, 207 and 1.
Upcoming 8th race is the second of 2 divisions of the 3-year-old filly pace. Field of 6, we have Eamon Hirschberger on the 2, Mark St. Louis Jr. on the 3, Noah Newman on the 4, Eric Miller on the 5, and that leaves Braden Rhodes still on the 1 and Manny Miller still on the 6. Field of 6, we'll talk about all 6 after these messages.
Once a year, the greatest converge. 12 championship races, over $7 million on the line. History will be made. Legends will rise. In October 2026, Scioto Downs becomes the venue where speed meets destiny. The Breeders' Crown, harness racing's ultimate showdown. It all comes down to the Breeders' Crown.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Jay Wolf, Don Tiger, Steve Taylor bringing you day 1 action here from Richland County Fair in beautiful Mansfield, Ohio. Moving right along in this 10-race card. We are already up to race number 8. Moving right along here, Mr. Tiger. We'll get you on the road sooner rather than later.
I need to go to Northfield Park tonight, so I appreciate Ayers Ratliff and
what race you in tonight?
12th.
Oh, so that's like 11.
I'm gonna actually get to go there, check into a hotel, go to sleep, wake back up, and still go to the races. Yeah, I'm jesting, obviously, because I'm driving home. But yeah, I got plenty of leeway time today.
It's about an hour from here. You'll be good to go.
Sounds good. I'm very impressed with the wagering here. Again, we've got a packed tarmac. We've got people bring out their own chairs. We've got railbirds here, pretty much from the top of the stretch all the way down to the finish line. We've got customers. We've got nice people out there with their own chairs. Really nice to see the locals in Richland County here to come in. And again, we got another 100 people or so in the grandstands. And the wagering's been pretty good. I mean, a couple $100 in the win pool. The exactas and trifectas have been paying $90, $20, $120 anomaly payoff. So we're getting some nice money pumped in. I always me personally, I love that you can bet at the county fairs. I think it just adds a little element to everything. And I hate when we cover a fair and it doesn't have wagering. So I think it's fun. I like to keep everybody in tuned on what's happening on the wagering dollars.
Came back, Susan Schroeder and Matt Clark and I did Wapakoneta, and they actually drug the races out a little bit because there was lines at the mutual windows, so they wanted to make sure they gave everyone an ample opportunity.
They've done that at Greenville, Dark County Fair, too. I've seen that, where they've drug posts for that.
Will you be headed to Greenville this year?
I think so. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. I've been Jim Bucci, I'll give him a plug. He's a former congressman, senator. I'm not exactly sure what he's done, but he's been very involved in Dark County politics for years. He's bringing the Regal back this year.
Mr. Beakey has a bench at the fairgrounds, and I guess there may be a statue of him sitting on the bench, so you can get your picture taken with the the bronze Mr. Beakey.
Yeah, you should. That man is just all about harness racing. Is all about the state of Ohio, and he's always trying to promote something. I think he's just a wonderful man, and he's meant a lot to the state of Ohio and everything that they do down in Dark County. I think that they have a great program down there, and I like to support it when I can. I did make a donation to the fair again this year.
You've been quite generous to the great Dark County Fair. A few years ago, I still over under the number of Charlie May T-shirts you'll still see at the fair, even though they've been 4 years old. The T-shirts are.
Yes.
They still come out in force. You did 2 versions of the shirt.
Yes, they have done multiple versions, and here's what is interesting too: is I still get. I'm not a social media guy for obvious different reasons, which I don't have to get into, but I don't do social media, but I get texts, emails from people in the Grand Canyon with the shirts on. It's kind of neat because it's kind of turned into like a phenomenon. Like, where is a Charlie May shirt going to show up? And it's kind of neat. It was something I did on a whim. I thought it was a great idea, and when I did it, and we gave them away at the Dark County Fair the one year, and I think it was great because I saw them in Lexington everywhere. So
I'm not saying this because you're sitting next to me and you got a mean right hook, but I think owners forget they need to have fun. And
100%.
And I think that of a lot of the owners that I know, you have fun more than anybody.
I have a lot of fun. I tell everybody this, even when I do the broadcast and even owning a great horse like Charlie May, I'm a fan before all that. And I think that's important. I think we have to give back to the fans, do things cool. That's why I'll show up at Canfield with a $2 million horse. And I do things like that. So I think that's part of it. I think you have to show, you have to be able to up close and personal see our fans and our athletes.
Race number 8, Bugle has been played. We'll send it to Ayers Ratliff for the post parade.
3-year-old filly Pacers per $7,077. 1, Sunshine Baby, make the driver Charlie Myrick. 2 is Ever Lather, driver change Ammon Hirschberger. 3 last season, driver change to Mark St. Louis Jr. 4 is Cool Lady Rosa, driver change Noah Newman. 5, Song of World Peace, driver change Eric Miller. And the 6, Rose Run Bella, Emmanuel Miller in the sulky. That's the feed.
6 horses, 5 driver changes. Number 1 is Sunshine Baby. Charlie Myrick will now drive for owner William Simmons Sr. of Atwater, Ohio. This is a summa cum laude filly. 2 wins, 1 second, and 4 thirds in 14 seasonal starts. One of those wins was last time out at Lisbon in 204-2.
2 horse, Everlather, make the driver change. Amon Hirschberger. Amon Hirschberger will drive the 2 Everlather for Herman Hagerman and Hagerman Racing. 0 for 13 in this one's brief career. 0 for 5 this year, but 3 third-place finishes in 1 second. So this one's been very good at the board. Has had some gate issues at the gate. 3 of 4 breaks at the gate. Once gets out of the gate, though, has been pretty good. Wouldn't surprise if this one upsets the apple cart. No tickets sold currently.
Number 3 is last season. Mark St. Louis Jr. will drive for James Day, the trainer, and Power Play Racing 87 of Medina, Ohio. This is also a summa cum laude filly. Doesn't have a win in 9 seasonal starts, but does have a win as a 2-year-old at Lisbon in 204-1. Last time out, raced as a 3-year-old at Lisbon, 3rd place finish, timed in 204-3.
4 horse, Cool Lady Rosa, Isaiah Strake trains for Sherry Cox, the driver now, Noah Newman on the 4. Cool Lady Rosa, another maiden here, 0 for 11. 6 starts this year, though, 1 second, 1 third. That second did come last time out, too, at Mount Vernon. Good second place finish. And this one's currently 45-1.
Number 5 is Song of World Peace. Eric Miller will now drive for Isaiah Shrake. Phil Baldoff of North Royalton, Ohio, owns this Bring on the Beach filly. 0 for 24 lifetime, does have a second place finish and 6 third place finishes in the career. Second last time out at Lisbon, timed in 205 with Logan Ebersol in the bike.
6, Rose Run Bella, the second of the uncoupled Herman Hagerman entrance in here. Herman Hagerman trains this one, co-owns with Martin Yoder. Manny Miller does stay up on this one. Last time out, this horse had the second tier at Lisbon, came first up against a very nice horse called Takeaway Hanover, which was one of the best 3-year-old fillies right now in Ohio, and ran a game second. Prior to that was a blowout winner by 10 lengths at Mount Vernon. 4 of 16 in the winner's circle, 9 of 16, 1, 2, 3. This one's been very solid, and despite the outside post, this looks like one of the horses to beat. Currently 6-5 second choice.
Nice field of 6 here going postward for the 3-year-old, second division of the 3-year-old filly Pace.
$136 currently in the win pool. Money well spread around between the 1, the 5, and the 6. 1, 7-2, 5's even money. 6, 6-5. And the 2 and the 3 both 50-1. The 4, 25-1. So we have a ticket sold on every single entrance in here.
Starter John Ingram has put the gate in motion. Field of 6 gathering behind, and so we'll send it over to Ayers Ratliff with the call of the 8th.
and $77. Top of the stretch for the 8th race. 3-year-old Philly Pacers, and here they come. They're off and pacing. A rough gated at the start is the last season. As they move on into the first turn last season, still trying to pace on. She's still pacing, and she's made the top. Up on the outside comes a Rose Run Bella as they move on into the back stretch. In early third is Sunshine Baby. Next we have a Song of World Peace. That one's followed by Cool Lady Rosa. And the trailer. As they continue on to the opening quarter, Everlather. So the leader is last season in 29-3. They're in second, Rose Run Bella. It's a Sunshine Baby who's third. Over there fourth is Song of World Peace. Then comes a Cool Lady Rosa and the trailer, Everlather. They straighten away and move down here to the halfway mile mark of the race. And out and on top, it is last season. In their second is Rose Run Bella. Sunshine Baby starts to crank it up on the outside. In there to be next is a Cool Lady Rosa, the half in 102-4. On into the turn they go, and the leader is last season. On the outside, Sunshine Baby is now into second. Third at the rail is Rose Run Bella. Then we have Song of World Peace. Next is Everlather with Cool Lady Rosa. Off stride there whenever Lather as they continue on to the 3/4 mile mark of the race. And the leader is still last season on the outside, Sunshine Baby. Over there next, Rose Run Bella, 134. Next it is Song of World Peace with a Cool Lady Rosa. Moving around the turn to the top of the stretch, and now they're 3 wide. They turn for home on the inside last season. Now up the far inside is Song of World Peace. Outside, Sunshine Baby. Sunshine Baby has come on to win. They're in second as Rose Run Bella. Song of World Peace was third. 204-3.
204-3 for your winner, Sunshine Baby. Mr. Myrick of Florida, you can say, hey, good job, son. That's a driving double on the card here at Mansfield. Charlie Myrick picks up the catch drive of the Summa Cum Laude filly for William Simmons, Sr. of Atwater, Ohio. Fourth career win, third of the season for Sunshine Baby.
Yeah, I think William Simmons might be finding his new favorite catch driver. He picked up Charlie earlier today, and that one ran to a good third-place finish. This one here finds the winner's circle. This one didn't get off the gate great either here. Kind of let the dust settle a little bit and came, but now that's 2 in a row for this horse. Now 3 of 15 on the season, pushes seasonal earnings over $20,000. Very nice effort today by this daughter, Summa Cum Laude. William Simmons also not only picks up the trainer check, but the winner check. So congrats to you, Mr. Simmons, and great job by Charlie Myrick. And he's going to return the public here at 5-2, at least a $7.40 mutual for the locals.
Unofficial 165 across the line.
And those were the 3 horses the public zoned in on. Little different order than they came in. We'll see how these exotics shake out. Picture perfect day over here, not just because of the company, because of Jay and Steve, but we've had great weather. Sun's been nice and bright, and it's been typical summer night. Nice 70s, 80 degrees. A little bit toasty, but I like this kind of weather, so it doesn't bother me at all.
Little haze, so it's not bright in your eyes. I'll give them that. It is now official, 165. The winner pays $760.
Was the winner, Everlather 6th, last season 4th. Cool Lady Rosa was 5th. Song of World Peace 3rd. Rose Run Bella 2nd. 164, 5-3, 2 on the bottom, 29-3, 102-4, 134, 204-3.
204-3 for your winner. That takes us to the 9th and penultimate. That's a Roger Houston word. We get to use it. He can't hear us, and you're up right now. We're on to the 9th, the penultimate of the 10 race card. This is the 3rd and final division of the 3-year-old filly trot. Field of 5. We'll talk about these 5 when we come back after these messages.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Feel the thunder, experience the speed, witness the excitement of Ohio harness racing. Ohio is home to 4 pari-mutuel tracks with exciting action at Northfield Park, Scioto Downs, Miami Valley Gaming and Racing, and Dayton Raceway. Plus racing at 66 county and independent fairs statewide. From legendary events like the Little Brown Jug to the Dayton Racing Derby, Battle of Lake Erie, and Next Generation Stakes, Ohio is where champions race. The speed, the tradition, the excitement. Don't just watch it, be a part of it. Race Ohio, it's your best bet. Do you love horses and the outdoors? There are hundreds of immediate openings across Ohio for caretakers and grooms. Work with these beautiful animals every day. Health insurance, vision care, prescription benefits, and a retirement plan are available to those that qualify. Help care for these beautiful animals. Immediate openings across Ohio. For more information, visit ohiohorsejobs.com. That's ohiohorsejobs.com.
We are back. Richland County Fair here in Mansfield, Ohio. Charlie Myrick grew up in Delaware
I didn't
for
know
a little
that.
bit of time. Then he was in Florida for a long time, and he's a Dolphins fan, I believe. So he has some good-natured ribbing with one Frank Froz, who is interdivisional with his Buffalo Bills, and it always comes back to the Buffalo Bills. Frank's smiling right now because every time I see him, I say the same thing. It all comes back to the Buffalo Bills in some form or fashion with one Frank Froz.
Tough to be a Buffalo Bill fan. A lot of heartache over the past couple of years, and they've had some great teams.
They got a new stadium now. So now if it snows, only the field will get snow? Is that what I'm hearing?
Probably, yeah.
It never snows in Buffalo. In July. It's one of the advantages. I know the Browns are thinking about building a stadium out in Fairview Park area out by the airport, and they're going to make it a dome stadium. You'd think that part of the mystique of playing in Cleveland in November, December is the threat of snow and weather, but anymore you got to be your free agents want to play in 70-degree weather and comfortable all the time. So
yeah, I don't know. I'm an old school guy. I'm a purist. I like the snow and wind and the home field advantage of treacherous conditions.
You probably played neighborhood football on the Friday after Thanksgiving in short sleeve shirt, no matter the temperature.
Yep.
If it was snowing, you just pushed the snow to the side.
Kept playing. Yep. Turkey Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, no, there's nostalgia with that. I think in the Northeast teams that you take advantage of that. But I know we're in a different era, Jay. Like, this is all about money and prestige, and people don't like to see 10-9 football games. They want to see 31-30, a lot more fireworks.
As John Madden used to say, slobber knocking 10-9 games. They instead want to go up and down the field 35-34. Is that what fans want? The players
They
want?
do. Then the rules are set up that way now. It's very much a passing league. The running backs have even taken a kind of a back seat,
I went to a football game in Green Bay, Wisconsin with my aunt, who is a nun. So I went to a football game with my aunt, Sister Laura, and her friend, who is also a nun. We get to the game, and someone says tackle was made by Joe Blow, and someone says, well, who's that? Well, he was a 4th-round draft pick, and we signed him to our practice squad, and then he got hurt, and then we signed him back to a 30-day contract, and he's filling in for Joe Smith, who's, I was like, wow, you don't want to get into a trivia contest with that, because she knew her Packers inside and out. I jokingly say, well, what size shoe does he wear? And she goes 13, and he could
They've got everything covered.
Well, and they were probably making it up, but who was I to say?
Horses on the track for the 9th race. 3-year-old filly trotters, the first $4,825, no change. 1 Victory Praise, Ammon Hirschberger. 2 is Talented Daisy. Charlie Myrick is up. The 3 Moolah in the Bank with Noah Newman. 4 Lynn Range, Emmanuel Miller drives. And the 5 Nothing But Win, Aaron Lehman in the sulky.
Number 1 is Victory Praise. Ammon Hirschberger trains and drives and owns this Enterprise filly out of Victory Is Coming. That was a famous horse that Ammon campaigned and now owns that mare. 2 wins in 12 seasonal starts, 1 win, 2 back at Hilliard, a gate-to-wire effort in 203 and 4.
2-horse Talented Daisy. I brought her up on her warm-ups. She had her pink ears on. They're off now, but she's ready to race. This 3-year-old filly by Long Tom, 0 for 13 on the season. Does have $8,000 in earnings for Second Chance Stable. Charlie Meyer trains and drives this one. Nice inside post, coming off a nice second-place finish. Currently 10-1.
Number 3 is Moolah in the Bank. Noah Newman will train for his stepfather, Scott Cox, who trains for Wayne Mast and Callum Racing and Scott Cox Racing and Zollers, all of the Buckeye State. This is an in-range filly. 3 wins, 6 third-place finishes in 14 seasonal starts, has third-place itis. 4 of the last 5 starts were third-place finishes at Northfield in the non-winners of 4, Cider Downs in the Buckeye Stallion Series, at Paynesville, and at the Summit County Fair.
4-horse Lynn Range, trained by the birthday boy Herman Hagerman. Herman co-owns this one with Lucinda Belcher and Martin Yoder. Manny Miller has the lines today. This one, last time out at Bowling Green from the 3-hole, went right down the highway, made every pole a winning one. Prior to that was a good third at Zanesville before rattling off 2 straight wins. This one was 9 of 13 last year, 6 of 13 this year, 15 of 28. Prohibitive, 3-5 favorite, and looks like worth every penny.
Number 5 is Nothing But Win. Aaron Lehman will drive for trainer Daniel Miller for the Riceland Acres of Orrville, Ohio. 0 for 16 lifetime. Nothing but class filly. Last time out, went inside the pylons after a break, was 7th distanced at the Summit County Fair at Northfield Park.
And that is your tight field of 5. I call this an owner's race. Anybody does broadcast with me. And why is that? Why would this be an owner's race?
Because there's 5 positions paid and there's only 5 entries. So,
see, he's not only gorgeous, he's
a
smart guy.
Yeah.
Jay Wolf, my friends, you'll never get anything by him.
I graduated 15th in my class.
At Muskegon?
No, in high school.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't in the top half. We only had 29, but I was 15th.
Oh, that's
all
right.
It's all how you market yourself, right? I graduated 15th in my class. Wasn't in the top half, but I was 15th.
Every time I pass Muskegon College,
yes,
I always think of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The 3 most famous alumni?
You and who the other 2?
John Glenn.
Okay.
Jack Hanna.
Oh, okay.
And Jay Wolf. Maybe not in that order.
I would go you number 1 for sure. Is Jack still doing the zoo stuff, or is he done with it now?
I believe he passed away.
He passed away?
Yeah,
okay.
he had
So you're 2 of that list, there's only one remaining soul soldier alive.
Yes,
okay. All right.
Rumor has it John Glenn never officially graduated. He drove a car into the pond behind what now is called John Glenn Gymnasium. So he was kicked out of school, but then when he went to the moon, they said, "Oh, by the way, you graduated from here." So
Emeritus, right? Don't know what they call when you get an emeritus graduation.
That's the rumor. So
okay.
Who knows? You go to the moon, a lot of the good things happen to you. Or go into space, I should say. He didn't went to the moon. Field of 5 behind John Ingram, the starter. We'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff for the 3rd and final division of the 3-year-old filly trot.
$4,825. Top of the stretch here in the 9th race, and here they come. Here, off and trotting in the Lynn Range, trying for the lead on the inside. Victory Praise. Talented Daisy is there in 3rd. Over there to be 4th is Moolah on the Bank. Nothing But Win, the trailer. That's the 5 as they move around the turn. And straighten up on into the back stretch, and out there with the lead, it's the 4, Lynn Range. Lynn Range leads them out there by almost 2. In their second, Victory Praise. It's Talented Daisy in third. Over their fourth, Moolah in the bank, and Nothing But Win. That's the trailer. They went by the opening quarter in 30 3/5. And the leader, Lynn Range, and Manny Miller's out there by almost 2. They're in second, Victory Praise, and Ammon Hirschberger. Right there looking them over third comes a Charlie Myrick with Talented Daisy. In there next is Noah Newman with Moolah in the bank, and Aaron Lehman, Nothing But Win, has done nothing but trail so far as they move here by the half. And the leader, Lynn Range, now moving up on the outside, Moolah in the bank. Halfway home in 103, into the turn they go. Lynn Range leads. In their second, Victory Praise. Moolah on the bank is on the outside, still advancing third. In there to be fourth is Talented Daisy, and Nothing But Win. They're into the back stretch and on their way to 3/4, and the leader is still Lynn Range. On the outside, a Moolah in the bank is now in second. Third at the wood is Victory Praise. Then on the outside, Nothing But Win and Talented Daisy. They go by 3/4 in 133 4. In and around the final turn, Lynn Range with the lead. Victory Praise on the inside. Outside is Moolah in the bank as they come to the top of the stretch, and Lynn Range, she shows her heels to the field. She opens up by 4. It is Lynn Range. Lynn Range, too much filly for these. In their second, Victory Praise with Moolah in the bank, finishing third. 203 3.
Snappy mile for trotters.
Number 4, Lynn Range. Winner of 4 of the last 5 for this in-range filly. Herman Hagerman trains, co-owns with Lucinda Belcher and Martin Yoder of Mount Eaton in Winchester, Kentucky. 7th win in 14 seasonal starts. Anytime you have a horse that wins 50% of the starts, you're doing quite well.
Yeah, massive low overlay here, too, by the locals. This one in a tight field of 5 went off a 2-1 third choice, but seized the racetrack from right out of the gate and kept going. Drew off in the lane. Very nice win. That's 7 of 14 lifetime, 16 of 27 last 2 seasons. Pushes the bankroll up to just under $80,000. Very nice effort today, and never was in doubt for Lynn Range.
Winner at Paulding, Marion, Oak Harbor, Bucyrus, Bowling Green, and now Mansfield.
The one-horse Victory Praise, who did run second, you talked about the dam there, Victory's coming. I'm almost positive, too, that she was a seasonal champion, either Aged Trotter Ohio of the Year or...
She was entered in the Ohio Harness Racing Hall of Fame.
There you go. So
last year.
This is a very nice man. I remember seeing her win a lot of races at Northfield and stuff, but neat to see progeny of very nice horses go on to make an impact in the sport.
Was owned by Red and Betty Shaw, who employed Eamon Hirschberger as their trainer driver for a long time, and in their older years gave the Victory Is Coming to Eamon, and so he's carrying on the tradition as breeder.
That is a great story. I love to hear stories like this that are part of the game.
Eamon trains out of Mount Vernon, Ohio.
The 4, Lynn Range. Lynn Range, a 3-year-old bay filly by In Range, and a Lynn Slider by Andover Hall, all by Hagerman Racing, Lucinda Belcher, and Martin Yoder. Herman Hagerman, the birthday boy, wins another one tonight, and Emmanuel Miller gets it home in 203 3. Race result, it's official. Victory Praise was second, Talented Daisy 5th, Moolah on the bank 3rd, Lynn Range the race winner, Nothing But Win 4th. 2, 5, 3, 1, 4, 30 3/5, 103, 133 4, 203 3. Mark St. Louis Jr.'s on the 2 of the other 6 here for the open. Bring them on for the 10th race.
We are to the 10th and final, the $1,000 open pace Not a part of a signature series or anything like that, but still important for these connections of these 6 Pacers. So we'll talk about all 6 when we come back after these messages.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
We are back, Mansfield, Ohio, day 1 of the 2-day Richland County Fair meet here on the Home Talent Colt Stakes. Jay Wolf, Don Tiger, and Stephen Taylor bringing you all of the action again tomorrow. Don, you're flying solo tomorrow. Think you can talk to yourself?
Yeah, I teach college on the side.
Yep.
I can put 20 kids to sleep in a 2-hour time period, so we'll give it a try.
What do you teach and where do you teach?
I teach at Wheeling Jesuit College. Yeah, it's in Wheeling,
The
West Virginia.
Redbirds?
No, Cardinals, yeah.
Cardinals,
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
Yep.
They are a Division II program,
Mhm.
NCAA Division II program.
We had a gentleman go to the NBA from there. He plays with the Miami Heat. He's a 6th man. I'm embarrassed I can't think of his name right now, but he's currently an NBA player.
Wheeling Jesuits they believe they play in the Mountain
East. Yep, MEC. We actually are the national champions in 7s for rugby.
There
and
you
in
go.
rugby, that's actually
faster of the two.
Well, it's Division I.
Okay.
What I mean is, like, you play Notre Dame, Penn State.
The club sports. Yep.
Yes, everybody is lumped in, so there's no Division I, 2, or 3. So that's kind of their claim to fame. We've got a great rugby team, both men's and female.
And you teach?
I teach, yeah. I teach applied business investments, and I teach which I wrote the curriculum for.
There you go.
And then I teach another class called portfolio theory. So depending on whether it's fall or spring, 6 to 9 every Wednesday.
So you were one of those classes that I used to dread because it was 3 hours long.
So I don't think the provost is listening, but we've never been there 3 hours.
I'm sure you told the kids, if you don't tell, I won't tell. Field of 6 for the Open. Here's Ayers Ratliff with the post parade.
Race, the Open pays purse $1,000. Tonight's 10th and final put Mark St. Louis Jr. on the 2. 1 long-legged John with Keith Cash Jr. 2 Ballad Mr. Coin, driver change, Mark St. Louis Jr. 3 Double Down Duke and Merlin Yoder. 4 Sapphire Love Chip, Case Bateson drives. The 5 Yacht Week, Emmanuel Miller. And the 6 Dream Fair Charo, Michael Durantz in the sulky.
Number 1, long-legged John. Yes, that is a Grace gelding son of Big Bad John, owned, trained, and reigned by Keith Cash Jr. 22 wins and 245 career starts. Took a mark as a 6-year-old. Currently is 10 at 153 at the home track Northfield Park for long-legged John.
2, Ballard Mr. Coin. Mark St. Louis, he picks up the mount here. James Day trains for Hannah Day. 0 for 20 on the season, 0 for 15 last year. But this is what I love about this race. Old class horses, 13 for 116 lifetime, $98,000 in earnings. The 7-year-old by Mr. Big, last time out was scratched, but prior to that, at Carrollton was a very nice second-place effort to Ithaca Hannah, and that one I believe came back to run second. So Ballard missed a coin, currently at 2-1.
Number 3 is Double Down Duke. John G. Winger trains the 9-year-old Better's Delight gelding for Eli Stables. Merlin Yoder, the 28-year-old, will pick up the drive. 23 career wins in 127 career starts. 271,000 plus. Took a mark as a 7-year-old, 150-4 at Hoosier Park.
4-horse Sapphire Love Chip. Kate Spason drives for Robert Boris. Crazy Parrot Farms owns this one. 0 for 10 on the season, but another one here. 22 wins, 146 lifetime starts, 24 seconds, 24 thirds, $176,000 in earnings. Obviously, a lot of miles in this 9-year-old by Hypnotic Blue Chip. Currently 6-1.
Number 5 is Yacht Week. Emmanuel Miller drives for trainer Herman Hagerman, who co-owns with Terrence Smith of Lancaster, Texas. This is a 10-year-old Some Beach Somewhere out of the Cole Muffler mare. Has 5 wins on the season, 37 career wins, and a 275th career start coming today at Mansfield.
6-horse Dreamfair Charo. Michael DeRunce owns and reigns this one for Fly Fancy Stables. 10-year-old gelding by Better's Delight. 0 for 18 this year, 0 for 18 last year. But again, here we got to look down the bottom of the page. 233 trips to the gate, 22 wins, 22 seconds, 31 thirds, almost $250,000 in earnings. A mark 51 and change at Northfield. Far outside post will be tough to deal with, but just glad to see this one, and all these horses are participating in here. That's your field of 6. Still betting strong here. $95 in the win pool. Current favorite is Yacht Week at 3-5. That 10-year-old, again, a winner 3 back on the page. And that one's 5 of 21 this year, 53 mark. Looks like the horse to beat.
I did not attend Wheeling Jesuit, so I've never had your class, but just around 1,100 career starts from these 6 horses.
That's pretty crazy.
I did a lot of rounding.
It's okay. Rounding's good.
245 is 250 in my book.
That's it. And for one last time, here's Ayers Ratliff for the call of the getaway feature.
And here they come. They're off into pacing. Ballad Mr. Coin on the inside, on the outside, Yacht Week. Sapphire Love Chip is an early 3rd. Long-legged John in 4th. Over there to be 5th is Double Down Duke. And the trailer Dream Fair Charo as they move into the back stretch. And Yacht Week moves out to get the lead. Ballad Mr. Coin is there in 2nd. Gapping early on 3rd is Sapphire Love Chip. Another gapper to Long-Legged John, a few more to Double Down Duke, and Dream Fair Charo as they go by the opening quarter, 28-2. So Yacht Week has the lead, but he's paid a hefty price to be there. There in 2nd is Ballad Mr. Coin. Then you have Sapphire Love Chip, who's tightened in 3rd. Long-Legged John in 4th. Over there 5th is still Double Down Duke, and the trailer Dream Fair Charo. Moving down here to the halfway mile mark of the race, being led by Yacht Week. Yacht Week dictates the tempo. He's back down the 2nd quarter. There in 2nd, Ballad Mr. Coin, the half, in 1 minute 3/5. Into the turn they go. The leader is Yacht Week. Ballad Mr. Coin there 2nd. It's a Sapphire Love Chip 3rd. Long-Legged John 4th. Dream Fair Charo and Double Down Duke. Straightening up into the back stretch on their way to 3/4, Yacht Week. Ballad Mr. Coin there 2nd. To the outside is Sapphire Love Chip moving up for Case Bateson. In there next is Long-Legged John as they pace by 3/4, 132. They'll pace the turn. They'll head for home, and with the lead, Yacht Week. On the outside, Sapphire Love Chip is trying to track him down. In there next is Ballad Mr. Coin as they cut the corner. They turn for home, and it's Yacht Week with the lead. They're in 2nd, Sapphire Love Chip, Yacht week from start to finish. Sapphire Love Chip their second. Ballad Mr. Coin was third. Time of the mile, 2:02.
.202, you're the statistician. Is that the fastest race of the day, Jay?
Yes.
Okay, so we saved the best for last. Locals pumped in $126 in the win pool here, and the locals are going to go home very happy as the even money favorite Yacht Week made every poll winning one for the birthday boy Herman Hagerman for Hagerman Racing and Terrence Smith. Manny Miller behind the controls for this one, and this one was full pace right at the wire. Sitting straight back means Manny still had a good hold of Yacht Week. And this 10-year-old, some beach somewhere, still going strong now. 6 of 22 this year, 38 of 275, and up his earnings over $444,000, $441,000. Just a nice effort. It's nice to see some of these equine athletes in the twilight of their careers still get to compete in front of a big group of fans at a nice Richland County Fair in Mansfield here today, and a good way to finish off the first day of two-day meet with a nice clocking of 2:02.
Manny Miller picks up his fourth of the day. Charlie Myrick picked up a driving double, as did Case Bateson. On the training side, Gary Martin had a pair of wins, and Herman Hagerman, the birthday boy, had 4 wins.
5 Yacht Week, a 10-year-old bay-goated son of some beach somewhere. Out of any acquisition by Cole Muffler, Oh My Hagerman Racing, and Terrence Smith. Herman Hagerman, the birthday boy, trains another. Emmanuel Miller, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:02.
Well, that wraps it up. I'm sorry, we haven't had the rundown, have we, Stephen? You're supposed to keep me honest here, man. Here we go.
Was 4th, Ballad Mr. Coin 3rd, Double Down Duke 6th, Sapphire Love Chip was 2nd, Yacht Week the winner, Dream Fair Charo 5th. 4:36, 2:15 on the bottom, 28 and 2. 1 minute 3/5, 1:32 the mile time, 2:02.
And with that, we will wrap it up for day 1 of the 2-race card. Don Tiger will be back with you tomorrow. Flying solo with Stephen Taylor. Post time tomorrow for the 9-race card is 5:30. There will also be action at Urbana. I will be making my way over to Urbana with Ashley Daly and Matt Clark. Buckeye Stallion Series action tomorrow. Good luck to you tonight, Mr. Tiger, at Northfield Park, and good luck tomorrow at the Buckeye Stallion Series.
Yeah, what I'm going to ask you as a favor is if somehow my horse wins
Sure.
tomorrow, just step off the mic and
Sure.
go down and get a picture for me. What
Absolutely.
better thing for me to get a picture of one of the all-time greats, Jay Wolf, and
Jimmy
Circle.
Byers.
Yeah.
Jimmy Byers is the trophy guy at Urbana.
Beautiful.
He's one of a kind. We look forward to. I think he promised us an interview. But yes, if Stipple Hanover's freshman son wins, I will be glad to go out there and accept with pride. Good luck tonight, Mr. Tiger, at Northfield Park with Charlie May. And then, as we said, good luck tomorrow in the Buckeye Stallion Series. Sorry you're here and not in Urbana. But, hey, we can't ever be everywhere. But we try, right, Stephen? Thank you for your effort, Stephen. Stephen was on the fly today trying to fix some audio problems. So thank you for doing that. And safe travels to both of you. We look forward to seeing you guys down the road. And thank everyone for listening to tonight. We're glad to bring you the action. But you know what? It's a lot more exciting when you're here in person. So try to make an effort to make it to your local county fair and or parimutuel track and root on your favorite drivers that we talk about here on the air. So with that, I will sign off and wish everyone a happy and a healthy Sunday night and look to see you soon.